Hello, everybody. It gets me every time. And let me be the first to welcome y'all to Friday Night Fake Baseball. It's fake baseball, but on Friday night, or in the afternoon, or wherever you are. It's Friday Night Fake Baseball somewhere. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. We are about to enter the final 20 games of the season. This is the most exciting part of the fake baseball season. So many things, like everything that we've been working toward will finally be decided. Division winners, wild card winners, who's going to be the MVP, who are the top teams. It's really exciting. There's always so much drama in this final 20 game stretch. And we're going to get things started today with a really great matchup between two of these teams that are thick in that wild card hunt. Let's take a look at the season standings to kind of get an idea of where everything stands in fake baseball right now. That's a great question from Nerd Piggy to chat. How's everyone feeling about their season predictions? I'm really curious how people are feeling as well. I have to say I'm pretty good. I believe I picked the Voyagers, KBC, and the Kodiak, so I'm feeling good about my division winners. I don't think I picked Corsa. I think I picked Valencia. I don't remember. Maybe I picked the Mallards even. Anyway, let's take a look at the season predictions, or not the season predictions, the season standings. We have some division winners or some division leaders that are starting to pull away, mostly in the Western League. The Voyagers and the Knights have built themselves a pretty good lead. Obviously, the Kodiaks, I mean, that's been that way since the beginning. Over in the East, though, Europe is definitely still anybody's game. Valencia is a really good team. They're only 2 games back at Corsa. KBC themselves, they only have a 2-game lead over the Elephants. Who knows? SoCo, the Mariners are slowly losing ground to the Bush Rangers. They've been kind of trucking forward the whole way through, and the Platypi are not that far behind either. And then when we take a look at the wild card standings, I mean, it's just crazy. The wild card standings are just nuts. You pretty much anybody in this entire block of teams has a shot here. I mean, just look at how many teams are within 3 games. There are 3 games back. The East is not quite as tight as the West, but I mean, it could truly be anybody from this group making the wild card right now. The New York favorites currently hold that slot. I do not think the New York favorites are going to be the ones that make that wild card. I think it's going to be almost anybody else. I'm not going to lie. I picked Busan to win the World Series. I'm cooked. Yeah, they are, I mean, the worst team in baseball right now. It's tough. So, as per usual, we have to run 90 seconds of ads before we get started with the first game of the day, so that way we can be on the right ad schedule. Before we get the ads going, I'm going to get the prediction for the first game of the day ready to go. And by the way, the first game of the day is Bryonato's game of the day, which is pretty exciting. It'll be the Melbourne Fighting Platypi versus the Chicago Dogs. Prediction is live for our first game of the day. Pitching matchup, it's going to be Froyo Wagons coming to the game locked in versus Chip Hazard with a 5.64 ERA. Is also a starter reliever, so he'll probably out of the game pretty quick. So I would say, the Fighting Platypi favored in the pitching matchup. Chicago Dogs, the home team. Really don't know how this one's going to go. Prediction is live. We're going to run those first 90 seconds of ads. And when we're back, we'll be getting going with Bryonato's game of the day. Taking a look at the Chicago Dogs, I'm really surprised they've got themselves to this point. They were kind of a team that I'm not going to say I counted out, but didn't really believe in. The all-star Crackshots Bumoni is leading the way over there. He has 18 stolen bases, no caught stealing, 7 home runs, getting on base at a 36% clip, 500 slug. Mercedes Palomar is right there. I mean, all the names you would expect to see are here. Crackshots Bumoni, Mercedes Palomar, Petrus Rojas is doing great. Stony Baloney, who they picked up midseason, has not been poor either. She has 7 stolen bases. Gustav March, one of the top strikeout pitchers in the game right now. Rob Schneider, of course, is right there with him. In the bullpen, their bullpen's been okay, not bad. Bonde Sayavong and Rafa California have been okay. I think the bullpen is the biggest weakness on this team for sure. Something I think is really interesting, it was really controversial when the Dogs cut Plaid Rasputin midway through the season, we had an OPS over 1100, but I'm just kind of wondering, maybe the Dogs knew something that we didn't about Plaid Rasputin, because his power is down 12 points. It has dropped all the way down. He used to be a 99 power guy. It's dropped all the way down to 87. So I'm just wondering if the Dogs knew something that we didn't when they cut him. So pretty surprising stuff from one of the game's most prolific power hitters. We'll see if a team wants to take a chance and pick him up. Taking a chance on Plaid Rasputin, that's a weird thing to say. Anyway, we're all back from the ad. We still got about 2 minutes on that prediction if you want to get your Dargy Dots in. And you might be able to game the system a little bit here with the prediction going to be running over the game a little bit. It's time for Bryonato's Game of the Day, and it being time for Bryonato's Game of the Day means, and say it with me now, it is time for Bryonato's Game of the Day! Woo! That's right, Bryonato's Game of the Day is Game 1 of the day. We're kicking things off. We're starting things off strong. Fighting Platypi versus the Chicago Dogs, two fan favorite teams, and I'm really, really excited about this matchup. I've been excited about this matchup for a while. So let's go. We are headed to the Doghouse. A must-win game for both teams. If you're rooting for the Fighting Platypi, it's hashtag PlattyPower. If you're rooting for the Chicago Dogs, it's hashtag Doghouse. Sound off in chat. I want to hear from you. In chat, use the team hashtag to declare your allegiance. Vienna's in on the Platypi. Makes sense the cat would vote against the Dogs. I agree. Hashtag PlattyPower for the Platypi. Hashtag Doghouse for the Chicago Dogs. And Makarov Kamarov, he's locked in, batting .312, moved up to the leadoff spot here versus Chip Hazard. He sends a liner out to left field. Dmitry Petrovic towing the left field grounds. Getting the start for the Dogs. That's surprising to see. Normally a catcher, but that duty belongs to Raph Ruff. He's been playing pretty well. And boy, these Chicago Dogs uniforms just look great as Chip Hazard strikes out. I didn't quite see who that was for the Platypi. I think that was Fruscar Bravado in 3 pitches. And a first pitch strike here to Makarov Kamarov. So Chip Hazard looking pretty good. Yo, what is up, Cave? Good to see you, dude. Welcome in, my friend. I think we have a stat from Stats Guy Matthew already. Oh, wow, of course. Oh, wait, no. The stats might be broken because Discord is fucked today, actually. I didn't even really think about that. Oh, it's not a stat from Stats Guy Matthew, but it is broken. It is broken. I didn't think about that. Matthew, if you have a stat, just put him in chat for now. Chip Hazard, a clean 1-2-3 inning. What is up, Stredberg? Good to see you as well. So, Stoney Baloney in the leadoff spot. Froyo Wagons getting the start. Froyo's been really good for the Platypi this season as this one just tails foul for strike 2. A 3.45 ERA. 2-seam, 4-seam slider, and a changeup. Definitely a kind of unique pitch mix for Froyo, the left-hander. Stoney Baloney, the switch hitter, batting from the right side, has a pretty long at-bat. This is the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And count works full here to Stoney. Full count. She will work a leadoff walk and a lot of speed here on the base paths. Great stolen base threat here. A lot of speed at the top of this lineup for the Chicago Dogs. Leadoff walk of Stoney Baloney, and she takes off. They did call a pitch out, though, and they will gun her down. Baloney is thrown out immediately. That leadoff walk is erased. And now Froyo Wagons has crack shots Pumoni on a 2-strike count. Hits this one up the middle, and Adina Gallagher, who's rattled, will just barely get that ball in time over to first. Froyo Wagons trying to keep pace with Chip Hazard. Now here is the aforementioned rookie Raph Ruff, who gets under one, and this has some carry. This is hit to the deepest part of the ballpark. It is dropping. It is caught in that really deep right center field. I mean, if he hit it to maybe anywhere else in the ballpark, that was gone. So a loud third out as Seppo Heikkinen, the former Chicago Dog, actually facing his former team. Former Victoria Forester, it should be said. Rojas with a diving catch. And we'll throw out Desmond Richard over at first.
The first baseman, number 31.
So here is Josef Lundegaard, veteran first baseman. It looks like his power might be down a little bit. Not used to seeing his power down that low. Having a great season, though. 285 batting average, 7 homers. Does have that contact versus right-handed pitching trait. Just out in front of a fastball on a 2-2 count. And count works full here to a locked-in Chip Hazard, who will issue a walk. Nice at-bat there from Lundegaard. To bring up a hot-hitting Greta Ice Vixen. She's been swinging a good bat lately. First pitch, strike 88 miles an hour over the middle of the plate. A trio of fastballs for Chip Hazard and a slider. Greta also with the contact versus right-handed pitching. And a 3-1 count now to Vixen. A lot of full counts here for both pitchers early in this game. The payoff. Fouled back by Ice Vixen as she stays alive. And another walk issued by Chip Hazard. 2 on, 1 out for Seppo Heikkinen as he comes to bat versus his former team. He was a mid-season acquisition by these fighting Platypi. And has been excellent for them up to this point. Batting average of 295, 10 RBI. Switch hitting center fielder. Swings right through a 90-mile-an-hour cutter, or two-seam there, from Chip Hazard. Mojo down for Seppo. 2 on, 2 outs now for Mackenzie Sacred. First pitch slider is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And this is hit right back up the middle. They're going to hold the runner over at third. That's going to load the bases. And, I mean, Chip Hazard, I honestly don't feel he has much to worry about. It's a rattle to Dina Gallagher. As she pokes one down the right side. Never mind, I spoke too soon. That's a questionable send on Ice Vixen. She scores. Against all odds, it's Adina Gallagher making the play. We'll take another look at that one if the replay wants to load. I can't believe that Ishwar Khan didn't get a glove to that one. Mojo up for Adina Gallagher. It's a 2 RBI single here on 2 outs. Platypi with a big 2 runs. So lineup turns over now for Makarov Kamarov as the Platypi will still threaten here. This one hit right at Ishwar Khan. Nice to see he can actually field that ball. Fighting Platypi capitalize after they load the bases. Hope's been well preparing for a root canal over here. I hope that's something I never have to experience. I'm sorry to hear that, not gonna lie. Everything's been about as good as I can ask for over here, honestly. There is a 2-1 pitch to Mercedes Palomar, batting cleanup for the Dogs. Here's the 2-2. Fighting off a couple pitches here on 2 strikes. And again, another full count. Both teams working the count here. And a leadoff walk now for the Dogs. They'll bring the tying run to the plate immediately. It's the veteran Petrus Rojas. He's been a part of that core of Palomar and Spumoni that has sent this franchise to 2 different playoff appearances since season 17. 2 of their 3 playoff appearances ever. Able to lay off on the slider. Would not be surprised to see Froyo go to that again as it runs away from the left-handed Rojas. And another full count here. Full count to Petrus Rojas. The payoff. Checks his swing. It's 89 down the middle. He's going to want that back. So Ribby double with the chance to do just that. First pitch swinging at the slider. Fouled away. This one shot down into right field. A 1-out single for Ribby double moves Palomar into scoring position. This will be the DH, Chamberlain Testarossa, usually first baseman for these Dogs. DHing today versus the left-handed Froyo Wagons. Dogs playing the matchup game. Froyo approaching 40 pitches here in the second inning. Going to that changeup a couple times, missing with it both times, and that's another changeup left over the middle of the plate. Testarossa Sends a smash hit way out to the right center wall. She's going to coast into second base and will clear the bases as Ribby double scores. Bases clearing double for Chamberlain Testarossa, and the Dogs have tied this game up. Bryonato's game of the day off to a great start as we got a brand new ball game here in the bottom of the second. Dmitry Petrovic will pop this way up. Testarossa will retreat back to second base, 2 outs. So 2 outs now for Ishwar Khan. Testarossa on second base. And Ishwar Khan down to his last strike, the 9-hole batter. And there is that slider that we expected to see a lot versus these left-handed Chicago Dogs bats. That one clips the outside of the zone. And we are second time through the order here for Chip Hazard. The switch hitting Fruscar Bravado will lead off. Geraldo, a fly ball out into foul territory. Stony Baloney gave that a good run, and he will strike out on the next pitch. Paloma Monte Carlo had that incredible first half of the season that earned her an all-star berth, but has been on a huge home run drought and power drought ever since. As Ishwar Khan, this one careens off his glove. He had a look at it, but can't quite square it up. She'll get a lucky break and will work a single there, and Chip Hazard is already taken out of the game in the top of the third inning. He didn't look too bad, but an aggressive move from the Dogs as they will immediately go to their bullpen. I mean, it's a questionable move. I don't really believe in their bullpen, especially one that includes both Massimo Aldente and James Dozer. Rafa California is really the only consistent arm coming out of the pen, and he's coming in on short rest. He'll strike out the first batter he sees.
The first baseman, number 31.
He's locked in after one pitch. That'll work. And he does have that right-handed specialist trait. He's going to debuff the hitting ratings of same-handed batters, so that does apply to Josef Lundegaard. You can see that debuff in action in the bottom right corner of your screen. Lundegaard fights off a really nice curveball away. But a really great sequence there from Rafa California. Retires the first 2 batters he sees. As Froyo Wagons will get to work on the top of the lineup here for the Dogs. Stony Baloney walked and was caught stealing on a pitch out. That was called by the catcher, Desmond Richards. To look at a first pitch strike on the changeup. A lot of that first pitch changeup, but very unusual stuff from Froyo Wagons. And Stony Baloney looked at 2 changeups in the exact same spot. Didn't swing at either of them. Rough day for her so far. This one is hard hit on the ground right at Mackenzie Sacred. And that is a lightning quick 2 outs. It's a bit of an unusual season for the Chicago Dogs in their inaugural year. This is the franchise that just went to the World Series last year when they were known as the Victoria Foresters. They've now played their way back into wild card contention after a big shakeup to that squad that got them to the World Series. Greta Ice Vixen is locked in after reaching safely back in the first inning. Or second inning, I should say. And a full count here to Greta. Great at-bat. I mean, really any extended at-bat versus, I mentioned the bullpen being the weakest part of the Dogs lineup. Any extended at-bat versus the Dogs lineup is a huge success for the Platypi as they try and win this game.
Number 84.
Seppo Heikkinen, a strikeout for him his last time up. Lead off runner is aboard. Greta Ice Vixen takes off. Here's the throw from Raph Ruff. It is in time. That was an ambitious steal attempt. Raph Ruff with a pretty decent arm. Greta Ice Vixen middling speed at best. Couple of caught stealings now for either team. And Seppo Heikkinen once again staring down the barrel of a strikeout. Back-to-back full counts here for Rafa California, as this one is served out to right center. Spumonian with the long run will make the catch. And if they can chase Rafa California out of the game before the 5th inning, that is a really big win for the Platypi, as Mackenzie Sacred's ahead in the count here. This one is up the middle, and Mercedes Palomar, full reach, doesn't leave her feet, but does make the catch. Really nice play. She ended the top of the 4th inning, and she'll lead off the bottom of the 4th. That pitch in the opposite batter's box for ball 1. Froyo Wagons trying to make the adjustment, overcorrects. And Mercedes Palomar ahead in the count 3-0. And she allows Froyo Wagons back into this count. A couple of close pitches. Ball don't lie, though. She will walk. Full count walk. Another walk issued by Froyo Wagons. Feels like we've had a leadoff base runner in almost every inning this game. Calling a pitch out versus Mercedes Palomar. Petrus Rojas sends a drive the other way. At the wall, gone! An Oppo Taco for Petrus Rojas. That one just squeaks over the left field fence. Paloma Monte Carlo had a good look at it, but it's a 2-run blast for the veteran Petrus Rojas as he goes the other way. Dogs now lead by 2. All the scoring has been done in pairs so far for either team. Pair of 2 RBI hits and now a 2-run home run. Ribby Double can't believe it. She takes a pitch that was pretty clearly over the plate for strike 3. Chamberlain Testarossa drove in the first 2 runs of the game for the Dogs. The bases clearing double. This one is grounded softly back to Froyo for out number 2. And here is Dmitry Petrovic. Can play catcher and the outfield. He has the start in left field today for the Dogs, as they try and keep him in the lineup while also giving pretty much full-time playing duty to Raph Ruff. The left-handed bats have done really well versus the left-handed Froyo Wagons today, it should be said. He chases 85 away. Dmitry Petrovic strikes out, and Adina Gallagher, who got the scoring started in this ball game, will be leading off here versus Bonnie Sayavong, as the Dogs will go to their bullpen and bring in the lefty Sayavong. Adina Gallagher getting a lot of playing time starting out at shortstop after the Chicago Dogs cut Yvonne Hicks in favor of Seppo Heikkinen in midseason. She's been pretty poor in that position so far. It's a position of weakness for sure for these Platypi. She'll strike out. Sayavong with a 2-run lead to protect. And for the first time today, the Platypi will face a left-handed pitcher. So I'm curious to see how that changes the complexion of this game. Makarov Kamarov with the drive out to the gap. And that will fall in front of Ribby Double. A 1-out double for Makarov Kamarov, his second hit of the ball game. For Scarborough Valdov, I'm really waiting for his season to take off. He's been kind of average at best so far. He'll bat from the right side and send one out to right field. Runners on the corners now, 1 out, and the go-ahead run is going to come to the plate. It's the all-star Paloma Monte Carlo. The right-handed bats so far, really liking this look at the lefty Bonnie Sayavong is what it looks like so far. Chance to take the lead here late in the game. Count evens here to Monte Carlo of the 2-2. It's a curveball that she gets under and gives it a ride. This is going to hang up at the warning track. That is going to score a run on the sacrifice fly, though. Makarov-Kamarov scores. The lead is cut to 1. Now you have Frus Garbervaldo at first, 2 outs. That was a good pitch to hit there from Desmond Richard. Fouled away for strike 1. Whiffer will activate here on 2 strikes. What's the put away from Sayavong? It's the curveball. He checks his swing. Got ahead in the count with a couple fastballs. Now trying to put the breaking ball in there for the swing and miss. And a good at-bat here from Desmond Richard. Full count. It's one a bit of a swinging bunt. Sayavong a long run off the mound to throw him out over at first. Nice play. The Platypi chip away. They do get a run back. The Dogs lead, but this game is far from over, even if we are in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch swing in there from Ishwar Khan, fouled back. This one a comebacker right to Froyo Wagons that she catches. Nice. It's a quick first out once again. Stony Baloney, a walk, a caught stealing, and a strikeout. And now a line drive out to right field for a base hit. Opposite field single for Stoney. Mojo will not go up. We'll see if they try and have her steal again. She does have that stealer trait. And a successful stolen base could raise her mojo. She's been caught stealing once already this game, though. As this is hit back up the middle. Dogs doing a great job of hitting it where they ain't. Stony, Baloney, and crack shots. Bimuni combining for a pair of 1-out singles. And that is all, or the Fighting Platypi have seen enough from Froyo Wagons. They're going to bring in the fire-throwing right-hander. Roger Hatter has that low release angle and over 100 miles an hour on that fastball when he wants to. Playing the matchup game here versus the hot-hitting Raph Ruff. This one is popped up. Infield fly is called. That is the best result, I feel, that the Dogs could have asked for right there, or the Platypi could have asked for. And Mercedes Palomar, a pair of walks. Looking for some crucial insurance right now. Dogs trying to cash in with 2 runners on base. Takes a big hack at a low fastball. And just a steady diet of fastballs from Roger Hatter right there. Palomar breaks her bat and strikes out. Platypi looking to capitalize on this momentum.
The first baseman, number 31.
Josef Lundegard, the leadoff batter. First pitch strike there from Sayavong. Backs up Lundegard, and the 3-1. He might get a pitch to hit. He does. Line drive out to right field. Lands right in front of Ribby Double. Great at-bat there from Josef Lundegard. Works ahead in the count, waits for his pitch. Just serves that the other way back out to right field. So the Platypi have the go-ahead run at the plate. And once again, Sayavong falling behind in the count. Back-to-back 3-ball counts here from Sayavong to kick off the top of the 6th. And on a 3-0 count, Greta hits a foul ball out to left field and allows Sayavong back in this count. Here's the payoff. Ooh, late swing decision on a fastball down the middle. Wow, and Greta Ice Vixen going to be kicking herself over that at-bat.
Center fielder, number 84.
Big first out here for the Dogs. A double play with the end of the inning to Seppo Heikkinen. 2-0 count here to Seppo. Third straight 3-ball count here from Sayavong in this inning. He walks Seppo Heikkinen. So the Platypi have the tying run and the go-ahead run on base, and in comes James Dozer. I said before the season even started that this was a completely unserious player to have on your team. An 8.84 ERA for James, and he's lucky that Petrus Rojas is playing third base. He's able to scoop a hard-hit ground ball off the ground for a backhanded pick. Dogs go around the horn and extinguish the Fighting Platypi threat, and now Petrus Rojas is going to lead off the bottom of the sixth. So Roger Hatter with a sub-1 whip this season. That's going to go up. Adina Gallagher having a rough game. Diving play goes off her glove for a leadoff single.
Fielder, number 46.
And he's going to take off. Here's the throw from Desmond Richard. It's dropped by Mackenzie Sacred. An unlikely stolen base from Petrus Rojas. They've been the Dogs have been trying to get after Desmond Richard today. A more offensive catcher than a defensive one. And a crucial insurance run on second base as Ribby double strikes out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 60.
Already with a pair of ribbies for Chamberlain Testarossa. As she works her way ahead in the count, takes a couple of fastballs inside. And that low fastball, Roger Hatter's best pitch. This one is sent out into right center field. And a couple of balls that the Platypi could have had a play on. They get by the middle infield, and that's an RBI single for Chamberlain Testarossa, her third run driven into the game. Dogs extend the lead to 2. Petrovic, a ground ball hit up the middle, double play ball potentially, and it is. Mackenzie Sacred able to get her glove to that one. And now it's the last hope for the Fighting Platypi. Surely they have somebody that can pinch it for Adina Gallagher. They are not going to pinch it for Adina Gallagher. Okay. As she grounds this one up the middle, it's a long run for Mercedes Palomar, but she made that look routine. I mean, I'm just saying I wouldn't leave in, like, your worst player with the game on the line, but what do I know? I'm not a World Series winning manager. Makarov Kamarov slaps this out to right, and very quickly the Platypi are down to their last out. They need a bloop and a blast here. They're up against a guy that has an 8.24 ERA. And wow, James Dozer, of all people, with the save. Goes 3 up, 3 down for the save. Fighting Platypi had every opportunity that game, but the Dogs will hold on and win our first game of the day. Froyo Wagons to, or excuse me, Chip Hazard to California to Sayavong to Dozer. What's up, Shovel Claus? It's a big win for the Chicago Dogs. They have a winning record for the first time all season. Folks, it's time for Chat's Choice Game of the Day, and we don't have a game chosen yet. We're going to run 90 seconds of ads. And when we're back, we'll be watching at least one of these games. As always, folks, the Chat's Choice games are available over in Discord. What choices are there? As always, folks, the choices are available over in Discord, as they always are. You can click the link right here to look at the games. Anyway, these are the games that are available. If you're wondering what I think looks good, boy, I don't know. There's a couple of good-looking ones. I mean, Knights, Mariners, that's kind of a boring pitching matchup. Kind of boring pitching matchups for Court's favorites, but that also looks good. Rangers versus Swifts. I was like, where is that? Okay, I guess it'll be the Brisbane Bush Rangers versus the Portland Swifts. We have back-to-back games. They are going to be Southern Continental versus North by Northwest. And two teams that are in a very similar situation. This is basically like a carbon copy of the matchup that we just saw. If you want to talk about playoff implications, both of these teams are kind of in the exact same spot. Unioneers, that's a tough loss for the Reapers. Corsa Palermo hang on versus the favorites and extend their lead. Okay, the Portland Swifts. I mean, boy, have they been a team. Have they been a team that has had a really up and down season? You know, I famously put them second in the power rankings coming into the year. They had a really terrible first half of the year. They were 10-21 at one point. They have now come all the way back to be 28-30. They've been really good coming out of the All-Star break. They, of course, signed Kellen Zuniga. Viper Rattlebattle's having a good season. And the Brisbane Bushrangers of all teams. Let me get the prediction going, by the way, while I talk about this. Brisbane Bushrangers versus the Portland Swifts. Prediction is live for Bushrangers versus Swifts. I mean, the SoCo versus, or the Southern Continental is probably the exact reverse of what I expected it to be coming into the season. The Brisbane Bushrangers can move within a game and a half of the Mariners with a win here. Let's take a look at what they've been doing exactly. I've been really, really surprised by this team. A team that I really largely counted out coming into the season, even if they did sign two-time MVP Olympus Mons. The story has been MVP frontrunner Cam Acosta over in the Eastern League with that 973 OPS. I've been waiting for him to cool off, but no, he's just been absolutely killing it all the way through. Yaka Miazga's having basically his best season since he came over to the Bushrangers. About to tie his career high with the Bushrangers of 14 homers. He's doing really, really well. Their pitching has not been bad. Duke Fleshman's been great out of the bullpen. Bush Boxator, a great rookie as well. So just a team that's really kind of punching above their weight right now. I've been really impressed. You got less than a minute left on that prediction. Only 11,000 Darky Dots between the two teams. That's not a lot. It's not a lot, y'all. All right, so here we go. Game 2 of the day, chat's choice number 1. Only 2,000 dots on the Portland Swifts, who are coming into this game really, really hot. If you're rooting for the Brisbane Bushrangers, hashtag in the bush. If you're rooting for the Portland Swifts, hashtag Roost City. Portland versus Brisbane, a big-time international matchup and another Northwest versus Southern Continental game. Vienna's all in on the Bushrangers. Am I talking to a wall here, chat? Hashtag in the bush if you're rooting for the Bushrangers. Hashtag Roost City. If you're rooting for the Portland Swifts, it's like we've never watched a game of fake baseball before and don't know about posting the team hashtags. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Joe Gebetto in his second season, getting things started. A really great bounce back year for Joe Gebetto, who had an over 6 ERA in his rookie year. Will issue a leadoff walk here to the Bushrangers. So I believe I didn't quite see, was that Spartan Lazar leading off? A locked-in Husky Bonatello, who was an off-season acquisition. Well, have a pretty good opportunity here. I gotta say, these Portland Swifts home uniforms looking great under the sunlight here in Portland. I gotta say, the weather outside here in Portland looks exactly like it does for me in real life here in Portland. Pretty good mix here of, actually, I think there's only one team here rooting for the, Sorbet, why are you rooting for the Bushrangers? What the hell? I can't believe this. My lesbians? You live in the Portland area. You think you know somebody. You think you know somebody. So Joe Gebetto works a 1-2-3 inning despite that leadoff walk. And I really like this top of the lineup here for Portland. Viper Rattlebattle in his sophomore season having, I would call it a breakout year. He's more than, nice watch, Rick Stredberg. He's more than doubled his home run total from season 1. This one poked down the third base line. There is the aforementioned Cam Acosta. It's a quick burst out here for the veteran Ralph Herrera, offseason acquisition by the Swifts. Played for the Mariners last season. A long, decorated career for Ralph Herrera, who sends a deep drive way out to center. Long run for Spartan Lazar. It's over her glove. That was hit to the deepest part of Chapman Roost here in Portland. And that's a 1-out double for Ralph Herrera. Portland believers, we need to stick together. That's you and me, Piggy, and definitely not type def sorbet. Sorbet, this is why Portlanders don't like Vancouver. Sorry. Learning that I got ops in this chat. Yeah, get excluded. Get excluded. What's up, the real Skiles? How's it going? So 2-on here for Kellen Zuniga. Massive midseason acquisition. He has 20 RBI, and he's only been playing for, you know, again, less than half the season. Big spot here for the big man, the former Cascadia Kodiak. What's up, Deep Blue Cat? And KZ will walk to load the bases. The bags are packed with Portland Swifts for a tense chromatic aberration. She does have that power versus RHP trait. This would be a great time to fix your mojo with the bases loaded. A 5-pitch mix here for Butters Buchanan. 4-seam cutter, slider, curveball, changeup. There was the changeup and now the slider. Couple of off-speed pitches here ahead. 2-0 as this one sent the other way and foul. Aberration just late on that fastball. There's a fastball again and the count works full. There's no way to put Chrome Abby. The payoff, checks her swing and she can't believe it. Neither can I. Neither can I. And I cannot believe they're giving Yips Donahue more fucking playing time. This guy is so ass. I hate the Portland Swifts for this. That's a very tough take and a really close pitch. And that, it does look like that just barely catches the zone. That, I mean, it's just barely over the plate, about as close as it gets. That's a, I mean, that's a 50-50 call that goes in favor of the Bush Rangers. Yips Donahue going to have to battle against all odds to get a really clutch hit here. I don't like this guy. I don't like that they keep giving him playing time. He's down to his last strike. RBI dud activated as well. Big moment here early in this game. Full count to Yips Donahue. The payoff hit up the middle, and Olympus Mons will make that play. Maybe if you had someone else other than the 175 batting Yips Donahue batting 6 in your lineup, you could have got something across the plate there.
The shortstop, number 62.
So the Portland Swifts will leave them loaded. No run support for the young Job Gebetto. And now Yaka Miazga comes to the plate with 12 homers on the year, 30 RBI. By the way, Job Gebetto is throwing at 101 miles an hour, y'all. The right-hander in his second season.
The third baseman, number 54.
Really turning it up. So here is the guy in the MVP conversation, Cam Acosta, and a couple of pop-ups here. Weak contact here early from the heart of the lineup for the Bush Rangers. Here comes Harlan Chung.
Number 79.
Full count here to Harlan Chung. And he'll work a walk. Second walk issued by Job Gebetto.
The first baseman.
It's definitely the issue for Job. He's got electric velo, but does give up the free pass. Oh my God, it has happened again. The season of murder just continues
Now pitching.
as Job Gebetto is forcefully taken out of this game. 2 on, 2 out now. The Lesbians are ruthless. Season 21 strikes again. How many more must die
Number 10.
here in fake baseball? Taka shift coming out of the bullpen, and I mean that what a shift this is for this game. The Portland Swifts have a great bullpen, but an even better crop of starting pitchers, and Job Gebetto was looking good. Taka shift with a big strikeout, and in back-to-back innings, the bases have been left loaded.
Now batting.
Cannot believe that.
The shortstop, number 44. Now batting, the third baseman, number 41.
So Fernando Mota now will lead off as he sends a soft ground ball over to his fellow third baseman, Cam Acosta.
Now batting, the catcher,
The
number
BFBL is really starting to become 1890s baseball. And Naomi Sedan starting at catcher today. Good amount of power, good amount of speed. Swing and miss is her main issue. Bit of an interesting lineup for the Portland Swifts today. A lot of great players on their bench right now. Curious to see if they'll turn to that late in the season as a 3 up, 3 down for Butters Buchanan. Naomi Sedan strikes out on a full count. Spartan Lazar going to lead off.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 73.
Walked and was caught stealing her last time up. And she gets hit. So Taka Shift issues a free pass,
Fielder, number 4.
and that's going to mojo him down pretty dramatically as well. Here's the throw from Sedan, and that's a stolen base for the speedy Spartan Lazar. Runner in scoring position now for the top of the lineup. Olympus Mons waiting on deck. As there's another punch out for Taka Shift, his second.
Second baseman,
It's a crucial
number
first out.
20.
But now you got the 2-time mega valuable player, Olympus Mons. Yaka Miazga would bat next. And Mons ahead in the count. He'll work a 5-pitch walk. Didn't really see anything over the plate right there. Now you've got 2-1 for the biggest home run threat on this lineup. And they're going to pull Taka Shift out of the game. So already 3 different pitchers used for the Swifts here in the top of the third. And they're going to be needing a lot of length out of the lefty Kian Kochais, who's having a great bounce back season. Kind of a swinging bunt. Kochais, just nobody able to get to that ball. Everybody is safe.
Number 54.
A huge defensive miscue for the Swifts, and the bases are loaded for Cam Acosta. No better hitter on this Bush Rangers team. And infield playing in. Wow, Captain Price with the unassisted double play. These teams are just going blow for blow with the bases loaded. This game is crazy. This is a crazy game. We'll take another look at that. A ground ball just right to Captain Price, who made that look simple. Able to just get the tag on Yaka Miazga. Kobe, he does what Kobe Mayo can't and just tags the runner right in front of him instead of airmailing it over to first and losing the game.
7.
So top of the lineup now, second time through the order for the Swifts as Rattle Battle lines out softly to second. A lot of weak contact here. Butters Buchanan's been looking really good since that first inning. Ralph Herrera almost hit a homer his last time up. Fighting here on 2 strikes, another 2-2 pitch. And he'll work the count full. Damn, 8th pitch of this at-bat to Ralph Herrera. And he walks. That's an excellent at-bat from the veteran, and they got some speed.
Now batting, the second baseman.
They got some speed on first base now.
21.
Hector Hebert, pretty good arm behind the dish for the Bush Rangers. Captain Price had that great unassisted double play at the top of the third. Going to try and make an impact with his bat now. This one hit the other way. It could be a 3-6-4 double play is what that was, I think.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 79.
Steve Wright. That's high.
So all scoreless here in the top of the fourth. As Harlan Chung strikes out on a 2-2 count. Nice sequence there from Kian Kochai's. Very north-south stuff from him so far. Four-seam slider and a curveball. Kian Kochai's came up with the Dublin Mallards, played a couple seasons with the Kodiaks. Now here on his third team, the Portland Swifts. And this is a deep drive way out to left. Yips Donahue will watch that one go. Who was that? Was that Jude Mezzanine? Jude Mezzanine's fourth homer of the season is a solo shot to put the Bushrangers up in a very crucial moment.
Designated hitter, number 10.
Off the plate.
So Kian Kochais gives up the first run of the ball game. This is popped. Fernando Mota will make the catch. And the Swifts need to answer now. They've been held to one hit by Butters Buchanan so far. No shortage of walks, but they simply need to get hits. Butters Buchanan's locked in. Slider in there for a first pitch strike.
Steve Wright.
As Kellen Zuniga grounds out, and it's more weak contact to Butters Buchanan. Chrome Abbey struck out with the bases loaded her last time up on a 50-50 call. Wow, I couldn't tell you the last time a Portland Swift barreled up the ball. It's been pop-outs, ground-outs, no loud contact to speak of. And here's a hard hit ball way out to left field. Chung has to pick this up all the way in the corner.
Now back, the shortstop, number 44.
Tying run in scoring position now for Quattro. I didn't see that Quattro was in the lineup. I missed that first time through. Nice to see number 44 getting the start. Ground ball back to Buchanan, and that will end the Portland threat. Swifts have been held to two. I mean, this is looking like the Portland Swifts to me that we saw all season long. Just no offense to speak of, man.
73.
0 runs on 2 hits through 4. This offense needs to wake up. Spartan Lazar down on 3 pitches.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 4.
Kian Kochais, aside from that solo home run, has honestly looked like not bad in this relief appearance as a whole. You got to expect your offense to do better than 1 run in any given game. There's a 1-out single to Husky Bonatello, and now you got the really scary part of the lineup here in Olympus Mons and Jakob Miazga. Olympus Mons hits that ball about as hard as he can, but it's right at Captain Price over there at second. So 1 on 2 outs now for Jakob Miazga, left on left. And Miazga's got a 3-0 count. Didn't really see a single pitch that was anywhere close to the plate there.
The third baseman, number 50.
But that's the issue with this Bushrangers, with part of this Bushrangers lineup is you walk Jakob and you got Cam Acosta. Cam Acosta makes the Swifts pay immediately with a pulled fly ball into right field. I mean, you just can't make that sort of, that's a late replay. You can't make that mistake
Number 56.
versus this part of the Bush Rangers lineup. Commanding 4-0 lead for the Bush Rangers. Broderick Daxis comes in the game and finally gets the third out of the inning.
Now batting for third baseman. Number 41.
Bush Rangers lead by 4, and I mean, I don't even know if we're going to see the Portland Swifts score a single run. They loaded the bases in the first inning and have done virtually nothing since. Here's a poke job down the third baseline. Fernando Mota with a leadoff single. There we go.
Now batting
Yeah, whatever. Not Portland fan.
60.
That's outside.
Portland Swifts are going to need base runners. Here's the 2-0. That one's fouled straight back. Butters Buchanan approaching 80 pitches. That is a high strike, too. I thought that was ball 3.
All high.
That's ball 3. This ump is just kind of all over the place right now. Sedan going to have to hustle as she grounds into a double play, and the Swifts continue to come up short.
Now pitching. Number
And now they're going to have to battle through the best reliever on this Bush Rangers pitching staff. Duke Fleshman going to come in the game.
That's inside.
Sidearm right-hander, 4-seam, 2-seam slider changeup.
Oh, that's high.
Viper rattle battle, 2 outs, base is empty,
Ball four. Take the base.
and he'll walk.
Now batting the left fielder. Number 38.
So once again, a Portland Swifts batter has a runner on base. Herrera with one of the few hits on the day for the Swifts.
All outside.
I'm just saying, a home run would cut the lead in half right now. And he's down to his last strike here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-2 checks his swing, and the Swifts have come up short again. That is 5 scoreless, 3 hits.
Now batting the first baseman. Number 52.
And the hits just keep coming for the Bush Rangers. I believe that was Jude Mezzanine with his second hit of the ball game.
Catcher. Number 9.
And another leadoff hit here for the Bush Rangers. Broderick Daxis has an electric slider and curveball, a 6.47 ERA at this point of the season. One of the main reasons that
Now batting
the Swifts are kind of in this position that they're in has been their
number
pitching.
10.
Off the plate. Nope.
2-0 count here to Wiggins. 3-0 count here to Sage Wiggins. Bush Rangers threatening to put multiple runners on base for another inning here. Daxis looking for that put away. Nice slider. Wiggins had to protect as that cut back into the zone.
Number 73.
Big strikeout there for Broderick Daxis, trying to keep this lead at 4. Top of the lineup here in Spartan Lazar. Slider away.
Nope, that's high.
Slider away.
Nope, inside.
That's a curveball inside. Slider away.
Off the plate.
Curveball away. How about slider away?
Strike 3.
Okay, that was curveball away again. That's a really strange at bat there from Spartan Lazar. She was taking all the breaking pitches off the zone and then chased the final
Now
pitch.
batting the
Okay.
second baseman. Now in the game.
Portland Swifts
Number
do
50.
literally anything challenge. Please, for the love of God, I'm begging you to stop disappointing me. Captain Price going to lead off.
Nope, high.
He's going to send one deep and make Spartan Lazar run to the wall. Whoa! Captain Price leads off the bottom of the 6th with the solo home run. I thought that was a fly ball routine the whole way, but that one squeaks out of here 430 feet.
The first
Portland Swifts on the board. They trail by 3. It's something,
Ball outside.
that's for sure.
Nope, that's inside. That's down.
And once again, Kellen Zuniga in a 3-1 count. And man, got a pitch to hit. Just hit it right at the center fielder, Spartan Lazar. That's a tough break. One out here. Chrome Abby getting another tough call on the outside of the zone. Dude, she has been getting absolutely hosed at the plate all game. This ump is absolutely dog shit, as she has to protect now and strikes out. Not her best game. Yips Donahue with a base hit his last time up.
Ball inside. Steve High. Nope, that's inside.
3-1 pitch here to Yips.
Nope, ball 4.
And he'll work a walk. Ball 4 missing just low. So Quattro, no home runs yet on the season. Does have 11 RBI. This would be a really great time to get your first homer of the year. Cut the lead to 1. Tough out will activate here on 2 strikes for the former Kodiak and Pittsburgh Unioneer Quattro. Donahue takes off, and wow, that was, I didn't realize Donahue could run like that. Runner in scoring position now for the Portland Swifts. As the count works full and that ball gets away, Donahue advancing into third base now. Quattro just needs a base hit to score him, and he checks his swing on 92 down the middle. Tough out doesn't mean anything if you don't swing the bat. Dumbass. These Swifts piss me off. I keep getting my feelings hurt. Another lead-off single for the Bush Rangers. As Dacus checks in on Husky Bonatello over at first base. And Olympus Mons has a pitch to hit, and he's thinking home run number 7 right now, if he gets anything over the middle of the plate. What's up, Sandy Beach IRL? It says a deep, Mons with a deep drive out to the wall, and it takes a really weird bounce. Rattle Battle can't corral it, and that will score a run from first. What's Sandy Beach IRL, welcome. Was at a bar, and this woman, Corvin May, but my name is spelled with a Y, not an E, told me to check out Fake Baseball. That's crazy that Corvin May told you to check out Fake Baseball. Yeah, welcome in. Corvin May is a good friend of mine. We work together at GDQ. Welcome into Fake Baseball. So great to have you. Shout out Corvin May for sending you over here. Yo, what's up, Gnarly Quinn? This is here's the command that kind of gives you a brief description of what we got going on here. 30 teams, all custom from all around the globe. Nice play there, Ralph Herrera, for out 1. I've been doing this for over 20 in-game seasons, about 3 years in real life total.
Number 79.
We have a full baseball reference page, but for Fake Baseball, man, I don't even know where to start with pitching this lately. Quattro gets the throw over to first base in time.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Jude Mezzanine, 3 for 3 on the day. What? Have yourself a game, Jude Mezzanine. Was that a home run, a single, and a double? Is Jude Mezzanine on Cycle Watch? Did I see that correctly? Well, not anymore as he strikes out. The Bush Rangers extend their lead 6-1. They lead by 5. If the Portland Swifts can make this comeback, I will just gift 5 subs to chat. I just don't think there's any way. Their offense has been so bad every single time we watch them. I don't know how they win ball games, because every time they're on coverage, they look like the same team. And we're not going to pinch hit for Naomi Sedan. Okay.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 7.
You're putting words in my mouth, Sorbet. You straight up just made that up. One-two pitch here to rattle battle. Whiffs down to their last strike. And that is how it ends. Boy, this team fucking blows. They piss me off, man. 1 run on 4 hits. That looked like every single Portland Swifts game that we've watched up till this point. The Bushrangers absolutely dog walk the Birds. Butters Buchanan to Duke Fleshman. It was easy for them. It was very easy for them. All right, when we're back from the break, I'm ready for a break from these Portland Swifts. When we're back from the break, we have the Dakar Yoff Mariners taking on the Cascadia Kodiaks with the 3rd straight game of SoCo versus North by Northwest, which is pretty interesting. That'll be coming up in 90 seconds. Exclamation ad skip to skip the ad. Alternatively, consider subscribing for the ad-free viewing experience. And the Mariners really, really need this win after both the Fighting Platypi, or not the Fighting Platypi, after the Bushrangers have gained some ground on them. Wow, Toucans 14-1. Over the Sawteeth. They've put themselves into 2nd place in Southern Heat out of nowhere. KBC extends their lead in PTR. And the Blowfish beat the Voyagers somehow. Moose over the Nocturnals. Pretty routine win for Valencia. They're still 2 games back. And Platypi have lost 2 in a row. That's not good for them. Engineers with a much-needed win to keep themselves in the conversation in Europe. So the number 1 team in SoCo is going to take on the Cascadia Kodiaks. What is your pitching matchup? It's a juiced Abraham Landry versus Celeste LeBlanc. This is quite the pitching matchup, I must say. The left-handed Abraham Landry. I got to get this lineup ready to go. Why are Antoine Goldsmith and Julie Mao always tense at the same time? I hate that. I hate that, dude. Let's see here. I don't want Chris Handel batting that high, actually. I take it back. Okay. Let's get this prediction going for the Dakar Yoff Mariners versus the Cascadia Kodiaks. It's our 3rd straight SoCo versus North by Northwest matchup. Here is your pitching matchup. Abraham Landry juiced versus the current Magnifico Award and MVP frontrunner Celeste LeBlanc. Both Soap McTavish and Commander Shepard are locked in. This is going to be a tough game for Celeste. This Mariners offense has been pretty electric all season long. I truly have no read on which way this game is going to go. Truly not a clue. Let's get things started here. Cascadia Kodiaks hosting the Mariners. The Kodiaks narrowly won this game in Dakar for the first time these 2 teams faced. If you're rooting for the Mariners, hashtag fish on. If you're rooting for the Cascadia Kodiaks, hashtag yak attack. We'd love to hear from you in chat. Big game for these Mariners. Commander Shepard going to lead off. Shepard, Minkelshiner, McTavish. The Twitch app is so bad. I don't think there's ever been a single period of time where the Twitch app has been good. First pitch strike there from Celeste LeBlanc, 99 on the outside corner. I like that from her. This will be one of the toughest tests of the season, I would say, for Celeste LeBlanc. As, wow, Cola Johansson just barely misses that diving play. That would have been a really clutch catch.
Number 25.
Commander Shepard, Dom Hudson, Soap McTavish, some of the big names in this Mariners lineup. Their offense has been their calling card all season long. And a lead-off base runner here for the Mariners. Whiffer will activate here for Minkelschneider, the DH. The 2-2. Hit on the line, out to left. And Zamboni, that falls in front of him. A couple of balls that the Kodiak defense has not been able to square up. And now you've got Soap McTavish with 2 on, nobody out. This is the most danger we've seen Celestin at the start of a game so far this season. Now you got the S-rated Soap McTavish on 2 strikes. Mariners getting both their hits on 2 strikes so far. As LeBlanc at 15 pitches, nobody out. Goes right after Soap McTavish with a 99-mile-an-hour heater to get the out. But now you've got Marge Lowbrow, so it doesn't really get much easier. The top of this Mariners lineup is as good as any team in baseball. Runners take off. The throw from Forte over to second is well in time. Minkelschneider thrown out at second. Kodiaks will gladly take that second out. And I have to say, the Mariners absolutely fumbled that inning with that double steal. Absolutely fumbled. They put up 2 hits and leave them both and leave a runner stranded on third. Lola Dominguez will lead off. No idea what to expect out of a juiced Abraham Landry this game. Lola Dominguez welcomes him to the ball game by ambushing a first pitch fastball and a base hit. So Kodiaks with a leadoff hit of their own. And Abraham Landry is tense after giving up a leadoff single. That ball is very wild. Almost gets over to the on-deck circle for the Kodiaks as Vidar Usted tracks that down. Into second base goes LeBlanc. And this is served right back up the middle. LeBlanc is going to get waved home. Never mind. Stop sign from the third base coach as she holds. A pair of hits for the Kodiaks has runners on the corners for a hot-hitting Valdomiro Takeda, up to 40 RBI on the season. He hit 2 home runs in the previous broadcast. Landry has him down to his last strike. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hacking away as Takeda always does, a very aggressive hitter. A slider will back him off the plate. That's a great sequence there from Abraham Landry to get the strikeout on Takeda. Kola Johansson now with runners on the corners. 13 home runs for Kola. Of course, set the single season home run record with 30 last season. One of the best offensive years of all time. This could be a double play ball. And what a huge double play for the Mariners to turn. Both teams get a pair of hits, get a pair of runners on, and they cannot get that runner on third across the plate. Solomon Doinkers to lead off now. Third baseman for the Mariners today. Pretty high pitch count for LeBlanc in that first inning. We'll be grateful to get a 2-pitch out here to kick off the top of the second. Brings up a locked-in Beaufort Flowers as Doinkers grounds out. I have not been watching the History of Charging the Mound series yet. I plan on it at some point. Big fan of John Boy's content in general. So this is after an extended first inning. Celeste LeBlanc throws all of 5 pitches and goes 1-2-3 for a scoreless second. Raleigh Forte batting 5th in the order today, moved up the lineup. Will lead off the bottom of the second. Mojo back up to neutral for Abraham Landry. What's up to Creases? As there's a hard hit ground ball over to the third baseman Doinkers. Routine play. So Goldsmith getting the start at third base today with Julie Mao on the bench. Chris Hanna, the DH. Goldie with the 3-0 count. He'll walk on 4 pitches. One out base runner here for Chris, whose bat's been heating up in the second half of the season.
Number 77.
DHing today for that power versus left-handed pitching trait that he has. He has increased power ratings versus left-handed pitchers specifically. This one is driven hard on the ground into left field.
Now back. The left
And a
fielder,
pair of, or a
number
walk and a one-out hit. Has 2 runners on for our champ Zamboni. Batting average up to 300, and Zamboni with a Zam blast out to right, gone! Far champ Zamboni, 3-run home run. Boy, that thing was a beauty. Zamboni goes left on left and just scoops this high and deep out to right field. Just watch that one fly. What's up, Frick? What's up, Cyanide? The Iceman goeth. The Iceman goeth deep. 3-0 Kodiaks. So Newt Gizmo trying to go back-to-back with Zambo? Wow! Welcome back into the home run column, Newt Gizmo. 423 feet to left center, her 5th of the season. Giving a couple fans some souvenirs, the Kodiaks put up back-to-back jacks on Abraham Landry. This one hit the other way and playable for Jewel Romero.
Now batting. The right fielder. Number 7.
So 2 outs now for Katabura, who hit a base hit his last time up. And Katabura trying to extend this inning. He will with a 2-out walk to bring up Takeda. Struck out swinging his last time up.
Number 60.
Ooh, wow, that's a really nasty changeup there from Abraham Landry. I really like that pitch. Clipped the outside corner of the zone. Goes right back to it. Takeda's still not biting on it. Not really sure what he'd do with that pitch anyway. Takeda to the Yak Attack bleachers! 3rd home run of the inning. And the 3rd home run in what feels like as many games for Valdemiro. The Kodiaks are just teeing off on Abraham Landry.
21.
And the inning just continues
The catcher. Number
as Kola Johansson
5.
has a 2-out hit. And the Kodiaks have batted all the way around the lineup here versus the Mariners. This is Forte's 2nd at-bat of the inning. Remember when he led off this inning? This one's popped up. And finally, the bottom of the 2nd is over. The Kodiaks put up 6 runs on 3 home runs. Home runs from Zamboni,
Now batting. The catcher.
Gizmo,
Number 72.
and Takeda. So Vidar Usted will lead off. And Celeste LeBlanc is locked in with a 6-run lead. She gets nutmegged on this one. As Vidar Usted reaches safely. Mojo down.
Now batting. The center fielder. Number 11.
Yeah, not Vienna's best work, Chief Ross. Sloan Lawson's been really effective at the bottom of this lineup. Double play ball potentially, Gizmo. Johansson has to fire to first. Double play.
Now batting. The second base.
Kodiak defense helping out their pitcher this time. Celeste LeBlanc this is locked in versus locked in with 2 of the best players in baseball. Celeste LeBlanc versus Commander Shepard. And Commander Shepard's ahead in the count 2-0. LeBlanc doesn't walk a lot of batters. Don't walk. Yep, on a 3-0 count, Commander Shepard just says thank you very much. Another base runner this inning for the Mariners. Mariners have had no shortage of base runners so far this game, that's for sure. a postage stamp strike zone from this suddenly. 3-1 count here to Minkelschneider. LeBlanc back-to-back 3-ball counts. Very unusual. Just throw it up. Just throw it as hard as you can right down the middle. Minkelschneider's not going to hit it. Especially with whiffer activated. 101 down the dick. Well, that was not her fastest pitch ever, as Zamboni is... Zamboni, what the fuck was that?
Now batting, the right fielder, number 27.
She threw a changeup down the middle, not a fastball, so that was a pretty easy hit there for Minkelschneider. I don't know what Zamboni was thinking right there. He allowed that run to score, basically. You're hurting Celeste LeBlanc's stats, you no-no. Don't do that. Fuck. Second strikeout of the game for Soap McTavish. I know, you killed the chances at the shutout record. Like, what the heck?
Batting, the third baseman, number 95.
Zamboni will reach for the second time today. Leadoff single for him. Mojo up.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 77.
And Chris Hanel, for the first time all season, is locked in. Swinging a real hot bat lately. Nice to see some positive regression to the mean here from Chris. Bit of a jam shot that's just going to land in no man's land out in center. Outfield was playing really deep there, too.
Now batting, the left fielder.
So once again, Farcham Zamboni finds himself in position with 2 runners on ahead of him. I think it's the same 2 batters as well. This one's a grounder right to Romero. To be a fielder's choice and put runners on the corners.
Second baseman, number 4.
And Gizmo trying to make that back-to-back home runs. I would scream very loud if Newt Gizmo hit 2 home runs in the same game. Wow, man, I'll tell you what, Newt Gizmo's bat is either red hot, she can't get out, she's the best hitter in baseball, or she swings at literally everything, strikes out all the time, impossible for her to get on base. There is no in-between. There's absolutely no in-between with Newt Gizmo, as this one is sent deep, way out to the gap. This will clear the bases. Lola Dominguez is going to hold up at second. And it is 1-9 for the Kodiaks in the bottom of the third.
The right fielder, number 7.
And that is not Newt Gizmo's cycle watch. This one is also smashed past the diving glove of Soap McTavish. Uday Katabura with a double. That's back-to-back doubles. At no point in Takeda's career has he ever been as bad as Newt Gizmo. Don't disrespect Takeda like that. When do we mercy rule it? I mean, we're only in the 3rd inning, so I don't feel like I can yet, but you know, if we want to talk about pinball now, I'll do that. Takeda with a high fly ball that bangs off the top of Mama Bear. That is 3 straight doubles for the Kodiaks. And Abraham Landry is finally taken out of the game after allowing 11 runs. This one hit the other way. Diving stop there from Commander Shepard.
Now batting, the catcher, number
Nice play.
25.
Kodiak's looking to bat through the order 2 innings in a row. If Forte can get on base here, they will have batted around the order in back-to-back innings. Bouncer over to the third baseman, Doinkers. Out at first is Raleigh Forte. Kodiaks have put up 11 runs in 2 innings.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 12.
Stat from Stats Guy Matthew, don't give up 11 runs, usually a bad idea. Not a stat as much as advice, but it is true. I love Red and Ted's
The
Roadshow.
third baseman,
Yes.
number
I didn't
21.
actually like it when I played it originally. I played it at Wedgehead. Zam. Come the fuck on.
The left
What
fielder,
was that,
number 15.
Antoine? Dog, you're killing Celeste out here. You're killing Celeste out here. You're hurting her amazing season stats. Like, stop.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 9.
What the hell? Next strikeout for LeBlanc will be number 100, by the way. High fly ball out to right field. This will hang up at the warning track.
Now batting, the catcher, number 72.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really complicated table, Alex. There's a lot of rules to learn. There's a lot going on. Very feature heavy for sure. But I mean, I feel like the way that everything plays together is a lot of fun. There's a lot of like hidden things to learn about it too, like the hidden target underneath the spinner is one that I really like, especially when you're in a mode. Celeste, what's happening here?
Now batting, the center fielder, number 11.
Your whip is going up. Just protect your stats, girl. Come on. I did know that, Alex. Yes. There you go. Start strikeout number 100 for Celeste LeBlanc on the season, by the way.
Now batting, the third
Antoine
baseman,
Goldsmith
number
had that throwing
95.
error in the or that fielding error in the previous inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 77.
Third at bat of the day for Chris. What's a good first pinball cab? World Cup Soccer, if you can find it. World Cup 94. If you're able to find that anywhere. Really, really fun. The first one you can find.
Left fielder,
I feel like that's good advice.
number 2.
If you have anywhere, I would say like the best place to, if you want to get into pinball, or if you just want to play it, if you have any, something that's more and more popular, and especially really popular here in Portland, is places that will have, you know, like anywhere from like 7 to, you know, in some cases here in Portland, like 20 plus pinball machines. You pay at the door, like a entry fee. Here in Portland, it ranges anywhere from like $10 to $20. And then everything in there is just on free play.
The second baseman, number 33.
So that's a really good way to get things started. Wow, LeBlanc, what a play.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 25.
On a day where LeBlanc didn't bring her best stuff, the Kodiaks have put up 11 runs. You love to see that.
The right fielder, number
Makes me really happy.
37.
This will not be a repeat of that Springboks game. 70th pitch here for Celeste. So back-to-back strikeouts today. LeBlanc trying to strike him out for the third straight time. Will not happen this time, as this is shot all the way out into deep left field. Cannot believe Soap McTavish didn't go for 2 bases there.
Now batting, the first baseman. Now pitching.
And LeBlanc, that
number
might be her
36.
shortest start of the season. Only 4 2/3 innings pitched. Did find strikeout number 100, though. $12 for 20 cabs. That's what I'm saying, Cyanide.
Now batting, the second baseman.
I was
Now
just at
pitching,
Wedgehead last night.
Number 29.
Pay $11, then they have 24 of the best maintained machines in the city, all on free play. Now that LeBlanc's out of the game, I'm kind of ready to mercy kill this one. Kodiak's lead by 7. I'm going to watch Lola and Uday take their at-bats, then we're going to mercy kill it. Dude, are the Mariners about to surrender the division lead to the Brisbane Bushrangers? The Bushrangers will be 1 game back of the lead after this game. Think about that. $12 for 49 cabs is a crazy deal. That is extremely cheap. Takeda looking for his 2nd home run of the game. Wow. Takeda has been on an absolute tear lately. That is his 5th home run, or 4th home run in the last, what, like 3 or 4 games? Anyway, this game is over. Wait, why can't I substitute the game? Oh, not substitute, simulate. Right, you don't substitute the game, you simulate the game is what you do. Forte hit a home run as well. The Kodiaks, I want to direct everybody's attention here to the run of form that the Kodiaks are on right now. I know they were a little shaky coming out of the All-Star break. Remember when people were in chat being like, oh my god, the Kodiaks are washed? They have scored double-digit runs in each of their last 4 games, and the game before that they scored 8. This is why you cannot be reactionary in baseball. You cannot be a reactionary in baseball. The sport is too random. Five-game win streak as well. So the Kodiaks cleaned that one up, and it was easy for him. All right, folks, a pretty exciting matchup when we come back from the break. Corsa Palermo taking on Los Bomberos de Santo Domingo in Santo Domingo. Should be a great matchup. Bomberos are down to 3rd place in Southern Heat for the first time now that the Toucans are there. There are, if they win this game, they could be the #1 team in the wild card spot in the West. Gonna need to take down a good Corsa squad. We will be back in 90 seconds. We're going to get it. Dude, we've only been watching Molson Marquez starts for Corsa. He's been like one of their best players, though. So, not surprising. Damn, I think the stats thing is broken. I think cool stats is broken, which makes me sad. So, I'll have to fix that for... I guess I can fix it right now, but I'll probably just have to fix it for the next stream. All right, here is your pitching matchup. Molson Marquez versus Cape Disappointment. Cape Disappointment is 0-7 with a 5.02 ERA. That's a little scary. Frankie Yeager's batting 300. VJ Ramdeen's locked in. That's a nice change. Aliyah Novak on fire. Ahmed Fedahani locked in. Nice that Aliyah Novak has turned her season around. Well, we got a stat from Stats Guy Matthew, but the cool stats is broken. I guess I can try to spend a little bit of time doing that real quick. While we wait for this ad break to end. Okay, give me 2 seconds while I figure this out. This is literally like the same thing. Two seconds, lovely chatters, while I figure this out. Opacity 0.8. Okay, can I just... What if I just did this? Is it working now? Okay, it's working now. Cool. I literally changed, like, actually nothing about it, which is really funny. So here is the stat from Stats Guy Matthew that we just missed. Celeste LeBlanc's shortest start this season was 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 7 Ks, 52 pitches. Okay, so... Oh, right. That makes sense. That was the one where she was on short rest. That was when she was on short rest, which makes sense. Okay, let's get this prediction going for Corsa Palermo versus Bombeto Sandom. Prediction is live. This should be a good one. It's Frankie Yeager versus her former team. I don't know if people remember, but Frankie Yeager did at one point play for Los Bomberos de Santo Domingo. Was all the way back in season 18, but she spent 2 seasons there. Did not make the playoffs. She's only done that once in season 19 with the Heaters. Chat, do they know? Chat, I don't think Saf knows how their lesbians are doing. Chat, nobody tell them. You ready, Saf? They're a half game back of the division lead. They're a half game back of the division lead. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They are a half game back of the division lead, is how they're doing. Yeah. They just destroyed the Portland Swifts on stream. Yeah, they absolutely smoked the Swifts. Folks, prediction is live. Less than a minute left to get your Darky Dots on either Corsa Palermo or Los Bomberos de Santo Domingo. Here we go. Big matchup here between a big interleague matchup, I should say, between two very good teams. Only 17,000 Darky Dots currently on this prediction so far. Pretty low numbers, y'all. If you're rooting for Corsa Palermo, hashtag Let's Go Racing. If you're rooting for Los Bomberos de Santo Domingo, hashtag Fire with Fire. A great red-on-red matchup here as Panini Tuscadero has 9 homers on the year, is going to lead things off. He's hit a couple of leadoff homers we've seen on coverage. He tried right here. This one is popped straight up. Rogue Huxley rowing in on that. Nice to see that her mojo is back up to Newt, or back up to tenths. And VJ Ramdeen locked in, batting second in the lineup today. Cape Disappointment. Her pitching, not that wins or losses mean anything in fake baseball, but she's 0-7. Coming into this game with a 5-year array. Also a starter reliever, so will not go as deep as others. She's got a couple of outs here. 2 outs, bases empty now for Frankie Yeager. Currently leading the way in the Eastern League MVP conversation. 13 home runs, 23 stolen bases, no caught stealings. And Yoba Palomito absolutely video games Frankie Yeager right there with that diving catch. Pretty even mix here between Palermo fans and Bomberos fans. Makes me happy to see these are 2 of my favorite teams. Glad to see so many people rooting for either team is there. And Molson Marquez with the 1.1 whip is what stands out to me here. That's a pretty good number in fake baseball. 60 strikeouts, a 3.69 ERA. He's been one of their best pitchers down the stretch lately. Palomito strikes out, and an on-fire Alaya Novak comes to the plate. Won the Super Slugger at first base in the Western League last season. And Molson Marquez strikes her out on 3 pitches. Molson Marquez, back-to-back strikeouts. He's locked in. And he's thrown only 7 pitches this inning. Ground ball up the middle that he will field himself, and utter domination here in the bottom of the first for Molson Marquez. So a scoreless first frame, and a really quick one at that. Jason David going to lead off the top of the second. Off-season acquisition by Corsa. He's been an excellent veteran presence in the clubhouse and in their lineup. He's batted all around their lineup too, has kind of played all around the field. Starting at third base today, the power-hitting left-hander.
Take your base.
And he works a leadoff walk, so a good amount of speed on first base as well. And I feel like Ernie Grab has been like permanently locked in every time we've seen him, the rookie left fielder. This one is shoveled to the right side of the infield, and Jason David going to try and go first to third, and he's in there. So Ernie Grab gets jammed, gets a base hit out of it, and now runners on the corners for the rookie all-star Trey Flip. Corsa threatening early here as Trey Flip down to his last strike. Looks like a couple of pitches inside. Fights off an outside fastball. Cape Disappointment went in on the first 2 pitches. And she leaves that one hanging, and that is just a foul ball. That could have cleared the bases. Wow, that's a tough break for Trey Flip. A lot of close pitches on the inside. Cape Disappointment was just painting the inside of the zone there. So now it goes from rookie to rookie. Here is Uncle Plasma. Just trying to get that run across third base. Or across from third base, I should say. Just got to put the ball in play. There's the ball put in play and then some. Lands all the way in the corner. RBI double Uncle Plasma. Ernie Grab will hold up at third. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the DH today, Jay Gray Jagerson. Has seen equal use both as a DH and at shortstop. A lot of left-handed bats with power in this lineup for Corsa. As he sends one high and deep. This will definitely plate Ernie Grab from third base. This will be a sacrifice fly. As Uncle Plasma into third. Palermo was cashed in and scored 2 here in the second. Here's the catcher, Sean Buck. Good opportunity to make this a 3-0 ball game with a runner on third, 2 outs. Sean Buck down to his last strike. Does have that 0 contact rating. Hits this one on the ground right to the shortstop, Mezcal. Looks like Dave Barnett not in the lineup today for the Bombitos, which is very unusual. And Tamarindo Mezcal moved up to the cleanup spot. What a weird lineup today for the Bombitos. Molson Marquez threw less than 10 pitches in that first inning. Dribbler down the first baseline right to Uncle Plasma for out number 1. So 1 out now for Zaylee Garrett. High fly ball out to the warning track where VJ Ramsey will make the catch. And Molson Marquez looking extremely efficient so far. He's on the verge of getting through the first 2 innings in less than 20 pitches. Not unless Rogue Huxley has anything to say about it. This is to the deepest part of the ballpark and gone, Rogue Huxley. A towering moonshot to straightaway center, home run number 4 for the rookie. Truly, Marduk, that is a great hit to come back to. I love seeing Rogue Huxley leaving the ballpark. I have high hopes for her career long-term here in fake baseball. As Bimto Smack tried to make it back-to-back jacks. So a couple of warning track flyouts and a home run that inning. Bomberos have cut the lead in half. And it'll be second time through the order here. Panini Tuscadero will lead off.
Nope, outside. Off the plate. Foul ball. Nope, that's high.
A lot of breaking balls in this at-bat from Cape Disappointment. Only one fastball so far. And the count works full now to Panini. Got a pitch down the middle, did not miss. Just crushes that the other way. Line drive leadoff single now for VJ Ramsey, who struck out his last time up. This one hit on the ground right to Mezcal, and that should have been a routine double play, but a low throw from the second baseman, Palomino. It's not the first time we've seen him do that this season. Palomino's definitely had some fielding yips. Should have been a double play, but now the batters will just trade places there at first base. Frankie Yeager tries to make them pay. This one will hang up shy of the warning track out there in left field as Liz Mutton will make the catch.
Now batting, the third baseman.
So now Jason David, a walk his last time up. He also scored.
Ball inside.
Disappointment already at nearly 50 pitches. This could be her last full inning of work here. As Jason David sends another fly ball out to left. This one popped higher and shallower. So nothing doing with that leadoff run. Bomberos able to keep that lead at 1 run as 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup are coming up here. Liz Mutton to lead off. It was a Rogue Huxley solo home run back in the bottom of the second. That put the Bomberos on the board.
That's inside. Foul ball. Foul ball.
Staying alive here on 2 strikes.
Inside.
Full count here to Liz Mutton. This would be a great at-bat if she can work a walk. And Marquez buries that breaking ball in the dirt.
The catcher, number
So a leadoff walk now ahead of Suna Imani, bottom of the lineup, trying to set the table for the top of the order, and a lot of really potent bats waiting on deck right now.
Strike.
Whiffer activated here for Imani. And she spanks this out to center field. So 2 runners on now, nobody out.
now batting, the second baseman.
And you've got the superstar on this team, Yoba Palomino, leading things coming up to the plate with 2 on.
That's down.
It's been all low at the bottom of the zone here for Molson. The 1-2. Palomino, late swing decision.
Now batting,
Marquez made him look silly
number
as he just drops that curveball in the dirt for strikeout, or for out number 1. Alaya Novak a strikeout her last time up. Came into this game on fire as Mojo down to locked in. This ball gets away from Sean Buck. Not a catcher known for his defensive chops. They'll move 2 runners into scoring position now, and the bases are loaded. With that Alaya Novak walk, the all-star Ahmed Fedahani can really do some damage right now. First pitch strike there on a changeup that clips the bottom of the zone. Nice first pitch there from Marquez. High fly ball, deep out to left, and that is a foul ball. And it's popped up on the following pitch. Boy, Fedahani just missed on that. And a pop fly is really a great result there for Palermo. Might as well be a strikeout. As the runners can advance, another ball gets away from Sean Buck. This guy is so bad. Sean Buck is so terrible, man. The Bomberos have tied the game up, and they will take the lead as Tamarino Mezcal sends this deep out to center. That's going to clear the bases, and the Bomberos have cashed in on all 4 of those runs. They now lead by 2 after trailing by 2. Nice watch streak there, Hannah. I love that. Boy, that changeup has a lot of run on it. Bombetos fans really loud in the chat. I love to see that. They're a fun team. This one's hit on the ground to Tuscadero. And a 3 spot for the Bombetos. 4 runs in their last 2 innings. Let's see how Corsa responds. The rookie Ernie Grab going to lead things off. Singled and scored his last time up. Got jammed on a fastball and just served that back out to right field. He'll look at a high cutter for strike 1. I do not expect Cape's disappointment to finish out this inning. Tough call there. Gets called a ball. Tough out will activate here for Ernie Grab. Cannot believe he swung at that pitch, let alone didn't make contact with it.
Now batting the second baseman, number 46.
Ball high.
2-0 here to Trey Flip. Boy, I gotta say the strike zone has been really strange today. A lot of low calls and high calls I don't expect to be strikes being called strikes. And on a full count, Trey Flip flips this one back up the middle. 1 out base hit to bring the tying run to the plate.
The first baseman, number
Uncle
13,
Plasma an RBI double in his first at bat, and a locked in Hub Sogi gonna come into this game. Hub Sogi
That's down.
had a really rough first half of the season. His ERA was over 8.
Off the plate.
Now it's under 6, so definitely some improvement here.
Happy 6 years
As
plus
Uncle
1
Plasma
month.
pops
Actually
out.
wild to think it has been this long and how important a piece you are in my life.
Sapphire, I
Love
love
you,
that
Benji.
every single time you
BFBL
resub, I
means
can
forever. You're never getting rid of me.
I can count on getting a massive message that's just full of love and adoration. Thank you for the 73 months at tier 2. This one hit the other way. Garrett picks this one and throws it over to first in time. Thank you for the 73 months, and thank you for such a kind message. One of many that you've dropped in this chat.
The center fielder, number 91.
So Corsa comes up short there. Definitely had some traffic on the bases. And Rogue Huxley hit home run number 4 on her season, her last time up. It's been fleeting success for Rogue, but it's nice that we get to see it when it happens, as Trey Flip with the diving catch has to get it to first. And Rogue Huxley, she's a power and speed threat.
Fielder,
She'll lick out an infield single here.
7.
Bombeto's fully in the driver's seat right now. She's going to take off. The throw from from Buck is a great throw, but better base running there
Inside.
from Rogue Huxley. She's got a home run, well, a home run, a base hit, and a stolen base right now. Fly ball left center field. Ernie Grab will make the catch, and Huxley's going to try and go for 3. That's a great throw from Ernie Grab. Tag is just late as Huxley's in there with a slide.
Fielder, number 11.
Nope. Outside. Off the plate.
So now is Liz Mutton, who worked a walker last time up, just needs to put this ball in play to get the run across home plate and extend the Corsa lead to 3 runs. She works a walk.
The catcher, number 82.
Runners on the corners now for Suna Imani. And Molson Marquez has been having a lot of trouble with this part of the lineup. Huxley, Mutton, and Imani all reached successfully in their last time up and have reached successfully again. And you've got Yoba Palomito waiting on deck. And Suna Imani, a deep drive way out to left center. Wow. Frankie Yeager with the running catch at the wall. That does bring the sacrifice fly into play.
The second baseman, number 13.
The run does come across the score. So now 1 on, 2 out. Here for the top of the lineup in Yoba Palomito. Bombetos have done really good to get to one of the best pitchers on this pitching staff for Corsa Palermo. And Marquez might not finish this inning. Never mind, that one's hit right back to him, and he will. 3 straight innings now the Bomberos have scored in. They have 5 runs on 4 hits, a couple of sacrifice flies in this game. So Hub Sogi to Sean Buck to lead things off. Sean Buck's had an absolute disaster class behind the dish for not the first time this season. Needs to put the ball in play here. Sean Buck, more like Bond suck, because he sucks. I don't know. He strikes out to lead off the inning. Yeah, you don't want to be looking like the Portland Swifts, that's for sure. This one poked to the right side of the infield. And that's a really nice play by the Bomberos defense to steal a hit away from Panini Susadero. He's got some speed. And Vijay Ramdeen strikes out. The Corsa offense has just gone to sleep. They are nowhere to be found. It's been all Bomberos since the bottom of that second inning.
Nope, that's high. That's low.
Marquez falling behind in the count to Novak. I'm surprised Marquez was left in this game to start the inning. Elia Novak a line out to third. They're going to leave him in versus Ahmed Fedahani. Popped out with the bases loaded his last time up. And Fedahani will walk. I mean, you've got to pull Marquez from the game. Got to pull him from the game here. So in comes Pat Crocker. Runner on first, 1 out. Sean Buck calls a pitch out, worried about the steal attempt. And Corsa just falling behind in the count over and over here. Here's the throw from Sean Buck. Boy, this guy can't do anything. Negative WAR player for sure. So back-to-back walks. Have runners on first and second now for Zaylee Garrett. Zaylee Garrett, what the hell was that? Dog, throw a pitch. Throw a pitch. Sean Buck, you are so bad. I'll tell you what, nothing gets me riled up more than fake baseball players being absolute ass. This is the second time we've seen a Sean Buck defensive disaster class. What in the Sean fuck is going on? Oh my God. High key, somebody take Sean Buck out back and just shoot him, man. Put him out of his misery. This is tough to watch. Oh my God, Rogue Huxley off the foul pole. Foul ball. Damn. It's okay, Rogue Huxley. You'll get him next time. Palermo trails by 4. They might need to score at least 8 runs to win this game based on how their defense is performing right now. Frankie Yeager to lead off. She's had a very quiet game so far. This is lined up the middle. And that's a great way to get things started. Have the league's current stolen base leader to reach base safely. And she takes off on the first pitch. And that is her 24th consecutive stolen base without getting caught this season. Runner in scoring position now for Jason David. To be ambitious if she steals third, Suna Imani's got a pretty good arm behind the dish. Throw a pitch, loser. Throw a pitch. Javid bounces this one up the middle, and Frankie Yeager will easily score from second base. Doesn't matter who's out there in center. They're not going to get that throwback in time.
Now pitching number 42.
So Hub Sogi will be taken out of the game after he allows a run. In comes the lefty Gong Chum to face Ernie Grab, who struck out his last time up.
Outside.
Corsa's got the lead in half. Ernie Grab, a deep drive out to right. This is over the wall. Ernie Grab. The rookie Ernie Grab. The rookies are coming up huge in this game. First it was Rogue Huxley. Now it's Ernie Grab. And this is a one-run ball game.
Number 46.
An offensive explosion from Corsa out of nowhere here in the 6th inning. Nice to see some exciting baseball for once after Blowout City last broadcast. Trey Fipple ground out. Mojo back up for Gong Chum. I love this commentary. This is awesome. Oh my God, thank you, Cake Butts. I love having you here. Uncle Plasma, a big swing at the first pitch. He was trying to tie the game up right there.
That's low.
3 different rookies homering in the same game would be crazy. Elia Novak with a dramatic diving stop, and Gong Chum. That was some gonk behavior right there.
Number 7.
As he drops the ball, Elia Novak went through so much effort to make that play.
Outside.
And Gok Chum absolutely fumbles it. So now Jay Gray Jagerson working left on left versus Gong Chum. I'm smelling a strikeout right here.
Off the plate.
Ooh, this is kind of popped out to shallow left field. Nobody there to catch that ball. And Uncle Plasma goes first to third, an unlikely bloop single. Pinch hit for Sean Buck. You bastards. Dude, put anybody else in.
Nope, that's high.
Put a Scarecrow up. He'll be better than Sean Buck. Never mind. Leave Sean Buck in there. He's got a sacrifice fly to tie the game up. So Sean Buck does something, and we've got a brand new ball game. It's tied 6-6. 3 different sacrifice flies this game as well. So Panini Tuscadero, runner on first, 2 outs. 9 home runs on the year for Panini. I'd be curious to know if that's a career high for him.
That's foul.
He's down to his last strike,
Down.
and he strikes out, swings over the curveball. A 4 spot for Corsa. They tie the game up at the top of the 6th inning.
The right fielder.
Let's see how they'll respond now on the mound. Prowlet Johansson going to make a pinch hit appearance. For Bimto Smack, that's unusual. Especially when you have Liz Mutton due up next.
Now batting. The left fielder. Now pitching. Number 6.
So the best reliever for Corsa going to come in the game now in the form of Bolivar Magana. 4-seam, there's the slider and a changeup for Bolivar. Was an all-star as well. Liz Mutton, a line drive to Uncle Plasma for a quick 2 outs.
The catcher. Number 82.
16 home runs in season 17. Wow, I didn't realize he had such a massive season 17. Thanks, Stats Gal Sapphire. Pop fly, long run here for Ernie Grab. And he'll make that catch. Wow, a lightning quick bottom of the 6th inning.
Now batting. The right fielder. Number 30. Now in the game.
Eternity Gutierrez now out in right field. And VJ Ramding going to lead things off here versus Gong Chum, who gets a generous strike call on a high changeup. Surprised to see Gong Chum get hit around as much as he has been. He's been there's one of the 2 really good relievers in this Corsa bullpen, as VJ Ramding grounds out. Frankie Yeager, her last time up, a single and a stolen base, also scored. What's up, Celestian Luna? I thought she was going to get video game, but that's over the glove of Mezcal, and a double for Frankie Yeager as she mojos up. And once again, she's on second base for Jason Davis, who just batted her in the previous inning. They're going to catch, and that's the first time all season that Frankie Yeager has been caught stealing. You just saw it here first.
Ball inside.
That's a pretty big blunder, my opinion. Why now? I really do not know. I do not know. Jason David strikes out, and it'll be the top of Bomberos lineup with an opportunity to walk this one off.
Number 13.
Frankie Yeager gets caught stealing, and Jason David has a terrible at-bat, and now the Bomberos can win this game.
Ball low.
And a 3-0 pitch here to Yoba.
Nope. Ball four.
That looked like a strike to me. I have to say, like, I genuinely don't know if there's robo-umps in this game or not. I don't know if some sort of, error is baked in to the umpires, but I just think that's a strike. I just think that definitely caught some of the plate, the bottom. I feel like that's a strike. The strike zone has been really, really weird today in like every single game. The Bomberos have the go-ahead or the winning run on second base after a walk and a base hit, and you got the all-star. It's all-star versus all-star here. Ahmed Vedahani versus Bolivar Magana.
Strike. That's foul.
We could do fake baseball ABS in the future where we review a pitch, and if we don't like the call, we just like exit out of the game and review it on replay and then make them pitch again, but that'd be a lot of effort. Here's the 1-2 to Vedahani. Almost anything put in play could win this game for the Bomberos. Big outfield dimensions here. Big gaps. Vedahani fighting for his life here on 2 strikes.
Strike.
And that's a big strikeout. There's a lot of speed at first and second. It would be difficult to turn a double play, but a double play would force extras. Yeah, checking in over on Palomito. I would not be stealing with right now if I'm Corsa. Tamarindo Mescal, 2 hits today, including a bases clearing double.
Ball high.
Magana over 20 pitches on very low stamina.
Low. Ball high.
3-1 pitch here to Mezcal. A walk would load the bases. Full count for Magana. The pitch. Wow! Back-to-back strikeouts after allowing the first 2 runners to reach. It's going to come down to Zaylee Garrett versus leadoff walk. I'm standing up. We're going to extras or Corsa's going home. This one hits to the left side of the infield. Jason David gets to his feet, throws. Oh, Zaylee Garrett is safe. The bases are loaded for the rookie Rogue Huxley. 2 outs here. Nowhere to put her. Rookie versus rookie. Leadoff walk versus Rogue Huxley. She's down to her last strike. A strike would send us to extras. A drive out to the gap. Rogue Huxley! She walks off Corsa Palermo. The Rogue Huxley game. She's done it. What a moment for the rookie Rogue Huxley. Frankie Yeager had no chance. Wow, and look at the pitch that she got too. I mean, this is a slider at the far side of the plate. I wish this replay worked better. Hello? Okay, the replay's broken. Anyway, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, what a game for Rogue Huxley. We'll see if she shows up in the top 3 players here. Yeah, 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 runs driven in, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. She took over that game. Yeah, Frankie Yeager getting caught stealing was inexcusable. I gotta say. Rogue Huxley versus... Yeah, truly, truly. All right, folks. When we come back from the break, we'll be checking out Game 5 of the day. That'll be the Kodiaks taking on the Soul Spectres. The last 2 times these 2 teams faced, they combined for 22 total runs. It ended in a Raleigh Forte walk-off. It'll be the Kodiaks versus the Spectres in the Haunted Grounds. That'll be coming up after the break. The Jags walk off the Toucans and extras on an Abate sacrifice fly. And the Bush Rangers are officially tied for the lead in SoCo. Voyagers narrowly fend off the Dogs. The Blowfish walk off the Favorites. Grays with the win over the Yellowfins. The Champs over the Heaters. KBC extends their lead. Okay, oh, this would be a good pitching matchup. Toko Jimin versus Tasha Johnston Foster. Toko Jimin getting the start versus her former team, by the way. Did the ads not play? Why didn't the ads run? Dude, Twitch. You just wasted everybody's damn time. How many times I gotta click the button? So pretty cool to see Toko Jimin versus her former team. Jimin originally came up with the Soul Spectres, went to the World Series twice with them, won in 17, lost in season 19. So pretty cool that we get to see her doing that. Oh no, Dirt Cloud's contact went down. That's crazy because he doesn't bat. So who cares? We all doubted the Bush Rangers. I have to say, like, yeah, Southern Continental is literally the exact reverse of what I expected it to be. The exact reverse. It doesn't make any sense to me that the Mariners and the Bush Rangers are the best 2 teams in that division. Okay, so let's get this lineup configured. Yeah, I guess we'll leave Goldie as the DH. That seems fine. All right, let's get this prediction going. Cascadia Kodiaks versus Soul Spectres. I know the Spectres aren't like a super great team this year, but don't count their offense out. Again, they were down like 10-4 in the first game of the first game of the season versus the Kodiaks, and they brought it back 10-10. It was a Raleigh Forte 2-run walk-off that won that game. So lineup is all set. I'm ready to go. Let's get this game started. We are headed to Seoul, Korea to a night game in the Haunting Grounds, Spooky, as the Soul Spectres will take on the Cascadia Kodiaks. Jamal El-Mehdi. We'll get to see a bit of him. And Tasha Johnston Foster getting the start for the Spectres. She's been one of their best pitchers, if not their best pitcher this season.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 40.
Lowell Dominguez leading off here. And here's the first pitch from TJF. 4-seam curveball and a changeup for Tasha. First pitch was a fastball low and away. And the 1-2 to Lola. I mention this anytime we're in this ballpark. These are the smallest outfield dimensions of any ballpark in baseball. You can see it's only 373 feet to straightaway center. You can hit some very cheap and easy home runs here, and these are two offensive-oriented teams for sure. 30 seconds left on that prediction, folks. Massive odds in favor of the Spectres, by the way. And here is Uday Katabura with a home run of his own. That is quickly a 2-0 ball game. If you want to game the system right now on the predictions, you can. I'm going to close them. It's your last chance. There you go.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 60.
Uday Katabura finds number 16 on the season, and it's 2-0 Kodiaks. And the hits just keep coming. The top of the lineup has been unstoppable for the Kodiaks as of late. Takeda with the base hit.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 21.
Now, we're not stealing with Takeda versus Munko Griff.
That's outside.
Munko Griff, too good of an arm.
Ball.
Well, I'll see if Takeda can make it, actually.
You're out.
Okay, yeah, so again, we're not going to steal with Takeda versus Munko Griff.
Deep right.
We're not stealing versus Munko Griff at all
That's up.
after that. Pop fly, left field. Caden Miners with the catch.
Now batting, the catcher, number 25.
Sue 2 outs, base is empty for Raleigh Forte. Thanks for the clip on that, Sapphire. Appreciate it. You know what they say?
Deep right.
ABC, always be clipping.
Ball outside. Foul ball. That's low.
2-2 here from TJF.
3. You're out.
Forte goes fishing after a curveball low and inside. And the fan favorite girl base nerd going to lead things off. What an unusual top of the lineup here.
Baseman,
No Jamal Elmedi or Ferry Nuffers, who are the two best hitters on this team in the top of the lineup. So for the first time and since she left the team, Toko Jimin will face off versus her former squad.
now batting, the first baseman,
And she's got a 3-pitch strikeout on girl base nerd.
2.
Here's the first baseman, Debonair Chastain.
Strike.
A player development update for Toko Jimin, by the way. Her accuracy is up 8 points. Her junk down 4.
Deep right. 3.
Now batting, the designated
I
hitter,
spent a good amount of cash in the player development lab on Toko Jimin, as I see her as kind of a long-term fixture in this Kodiak lineup, or Kodiak rotation.
Ball, that's low.
So anyway, you'll notice her pitching ratings look a bit different.
That's ball 4.
Yeah, junk equals movement on pitches. I wanted her to have a higher accuracy just because I feel that, you know, she has K-Man, so
29.
her junk doesn't need to be super high. She's going to get a big bonus on it anyway.
Deep right.
Anyway, a 2-out walk is going to bring up Jamal Elmedi.
Inside.
Ball gets away from Raleigh Forte. That is very unusual. Mojo down for him after that. And RBI man now will activate with a runner on second base. This one hit to the left side of the infield. Johansson long run and throw, great play. And Archer Freehold is left stranded. Low junk equals less break, correct.
The third baseman, number
All right, base is empty here for Julie Mao as she leads off the top of the inning. Back in the lineup today once again. It's been a very up and down season for Julie Mao. This is a ground ball hit right to the second baseman base nerd.
He's out.
now batting, the designated hitter, number 95.
Deep right. No, that's inside. Ball off. Ball outside.
2-2 pitcher to Antoine.
Foul ball.
Fouled straight back. Antoine DHing today. Had a throwing error in the previous, or a fielding error in the previous game. Will strike out here. Man, his mojo just can't seem to be neutral ever.
Number
Frustrating. Ever. He's had a good season. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Parcham Zamboni, a bouncing ball up the middle, and girl base nerd will record her second out of the inning. Mojo down for Zamboni. Dog. What do you mean he just hit a home run in the last game?
Now batting, the third baseman,
Okay, here is Ferry Nuffers. I was wondering where she was gonna, where we were gonna find her in the lineup. Both El Medi and Fairy Nuffers were all-stars. There were 3 different all-stars from the Spectres team. Gertie Banks, who we might also see this game as well. Another strikeout for Toko Jimin, and she's looking really comfortable versus her former team. She's pitched a lot of innings in this ballpark. That's for sure. Here's the catcher, Munko Griff. Power versus left-handed pitching activated for him. He has increased power ratings versus a left-handed pitcher like Toko Jimin. Routine for Kola Johansson. And now Poppy Pips. Toko Jimin, Mojo up to locked in. What's up, Radiant Dawn? If anybody is just joining Fake Baseball for the first time today, by the way, or you're looking to get a little further into it, I implore you to join the Fake Baseball Discord. #1 way to keep up with everything happening in Fake Baseball is to join the Discord. The big benefit that you get from joining the Discord, of course, aside from just having a place to talk with other people about what's going on, is being able to see the Fake Baseball blog. This is just kind of like a running news source, kind of a bulletin board of all the things happening in Fake Baseball. I post the schedules, the recaps, links to all-star voting, free agent moves. If you're not in the Discord, I highly encourage you to join. It's a good place to be. Lots of other cool things going on in there, but, you know, if you're trying to keep up with Fake Baseball, do that. Here's a 2-2 count to Lola Dominguez. I gave the blog a channel in my personal server so I get noticed for it. That's exactly... Okay, I love knowing that, actually. I didn't know if people did that, Cyanide. Yeah, if you have a personal server, the Fake Baseball blog channel is followable, so you can get updates sent to any server that you want. Like Cyanide did. Cyanide, thanks for taking advantage of that. I didn't know anybody did that. So that's really cool, so thanks. Katabura hit home run number 16 his last time up. He's got Lola over on first base. He strikes out here. What's up, Kenna? Hello.
The center fielder, number 60.
Uday strikes out, and now here is the red-hot Valdemiro Takeda. Got a base hit and was caught stealing his last time up. Close pitch taken on the lower outside corner. And this one is popped. And El Medi will run in to make the catch. Oh yeah, this is an open platform for baseball questions as well. Yes. I will happily derail the stream to explain how any of the weird baseball rules work. Or somebody in chat will if I can't. El Medi's batting cleanup. Cyanide. He's number 4 in the lineup. Forget what happened his last time up, but he either grounded out or something like that. He wasn't anything interesting in his first at-bat. On 2 strikes, K-Man will activate here for Toko Jimin. The K-Man trait means that on 2 strikes, you get increased velocity and junk ratings. Probably because they would be, I mean, to answer your question honestly, Johan, because they'd be ejected from the game. It's a good strategy, but, you know, they'd probably face criminal charges and not be able to play anymore. Second time through the order now. As Jimin deals to Girl Base Nerd. Another 2-2 pitch. Julie Mao stealing a hit away from Girl Base Nerd. And no runs, no hits allowed. No, Toko Jimin, a no-no going through 3. Kola Johansson to lead off. Tasha Johnson-Foster staying in the game. Could be her last inning of work. The starter reliever now over 50 pitches. The 2-2 to Kola. Payoff. Spoils a curveball that just dropped into the top of the zone. Couple of those now. A couple of high curveballs on 2 strikes. And missing up with the fastball. Lead off walk for Kola Johansson now in front of Raleigh Forte. Hit home run number 11 in the previous game. And that is the end of the day for for Tasha Johnston Foster. As Bijan Golzar comes out of the bullpen with low mojo and throws 2 straight balls. What's up, Awala Koala? And Forte grounds into a double play. Mojo up immediately.
Number 82.
Ball, that's
For
outside.
Bijan. Nice to come into the game and get 2 outs. And that's a quick 3 outs recorded by Bijan. The Seoul Spectres are very much in this game right now. I know Coco Jimin has a no-hitter going, but a bloop and a blast is it's not a difficult thing to do in the Haunting Grounds. Here's the first pitch at the bottom of the 4th. Coco Jimin, 97 miles an hour for a strike.
Ball, that's low.
I like the curveball on 2 strikes, but
Ball, inside.
Chastain just kind of saw both of those coming.
High.
Great sequence there from Toko Jimin for the punch out.
The designated hitter.
So they'll bring up the DH, the Geezer Archer Freehold. Been super productive for the Seoul Spectres this season, especially on coverage. Does have that contact versus left-handed pitching trait. This one's popped up. This should probably bounce out of play. It will.
Nope, inside.
Just missing in for ball 1. And another pop-up. Kola Johansson basically didn't have to move to make that catch.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So 2 outs now for Jamal Almeida as the Spectres are still chasing their first hit.
Ball, high.
And Almeida down to his last strike. G-Min just jumping ahead in the count in almost every single at-bat.
Ball.
2-seam runs inside on a check swing. And a ground ball right to Lola Dominguez. 4 scoreless innings, no hits for Toko Jimin. Bottom of the lineup due up here, Antoine Goldsmith to lead off.
The designated hitter, number 95.
D-Rod.
Switch hitter looks at a curveball for strike 1.
Outside.
Goes back to that same spot and just misses. And this one's popped straight up. Munko Griff will basically make that catch on home plate.
Now batting, the left fielder. number
Zamboni
2.
somehow, someway managed to mojo down his last time up despite having a home run in the previous game. Not a stranger to home runs in this ballpark, Zamboni. And there's one right there. Zamboni loves to hit bombs. Whether it's at the Fishbowl, whether it's at the Haunting Grounds, there was a glitch on the replay. That was awesome. 462. Extends the Kodiak lead to 3 runs. Far champ Zamboni, number 9 on the season for him. This one is spanked on the ground, past the glove of Ferry Nuffers. A 1-out single from Newt Gizmo to keep the line moving.
The first baseman.
Lola Dominguez with a runner on first. It's so funny. Sapphire and Kenna and I are watching back through Futurama right now, and we just got to the Blurns Ball episode,
No, inside.
and there's literally like a whole bit in there where it's like ball locked,
Take your man.
multi-ball, and they start shooting balls everywhere. Anyway, it was really fun,
Right fielder,
given my
number
recent
7.
pinball special interest.
Ball, that's low.
Katabura hits one back up the middle. This is off the glove of Golzar. Out at first is Katabura. Does advance both the runners into scoring position here
Number 60.
for Takeda, who has a base hit today.
Ball, outside.
Golzar pitching from the stretch, over 20 pitches, stamina very low
Nope, that's inside.
to a dangerous batter. Off the end of his bat, Chastain plays it on a bounce. And 2 runners are stranded, but the Kodiaks extend the lead to 3.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 2.
So Ji-Min
Strike.
at almost 60 pitches here, a no-hitter going into the 5th inning. stamina definitely the main concern at this point. Gonna need some efficient innings in order to complete this game, I feel. That'll help. And she mojos up to on fire. Toko Jimin is on fire after that strikeout versus the all-star Fairy Nuffers. K-Man activated here versus Munko Griff.
That's inside.
Jimin had that walk back in the first, but since then has not allowed a base runner. Munko Griff, a ground ball right back to her. She will field her position and stare down Munko Griff as she makes that play. Poppy Pips now 2 outs, base is empty.
That's low.
Pitch number 70 for Toko. It's a cutter that's swung on and missed.
Inside.
And there is the first hit of the ball game for the Spectres. Poppy Pips ends the no-hit bid with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
Number 88.
Bouncing ball picked by Dominguez. And Poppy Pips left stranded. 5 shutout innings. Only 2 base runners all game for Toko Jimin. It's been one of her best starts of the season.
Number 21. Now pitching.
Rafael Francis, the left-hander, will come in the game now to face Kola Johansson. Second pitching change for the Spectres this game.
Inside. Ball, that's inside. Nope, that's high.
Kola Johansson, a 3-0 count. Swings 3-0 at a high curveball. That would have been a strike. And Francis back in this count. Dots in the curveball. I cannot believe Johansson didn't pull the trigger there. She goes down looking. So Forte batting from the right side for the first time this game.
That's outside.
Watches that changeup all the way there. This one, a line drive to Debonair Chastain.
The third baseman.
And that's a quick 2 outs for Rafael Francis.
Ball outside.
Julie Mao looking for her first hit of the ball game.
Foul ball. Foul ball.
Francis already mojoed up to locked in. Tough out activated here for Julie. Been using that curveball a lot.
Ball, that's low.
Full count to Julie Mao. Hits this one back up the middle. It's just past Girl Basener. I thought she might get a glove to that. And on a full count with 2 outs, Julie Mao keeps the inning alive to bring up Antoine Goldsmith, who will also bat from the right side for the first time today. A couple of switch hitters in this lineup for the Yaks. Goldie looks ready to hit right now. Goldie looks ready to get a hit.
Ball, that's up.
I just get the feeling. This one hit to the right side of the infield. Girl Basener can field that one. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Kodiaks. 9-1-2. Due up for the Spectres. Caden Miner's going to lead off. They just found their first hit, and they really do not trail by much. 3 runs is not a big lead in the Haunting Grounds. And I'm happy to just let Toko Jimin empty the tank over these next 2 innings. I'll leave her in as long as the CP will allow for.
Foul ball.
Wow, strikeout number 67 on the year for Toko as Caden Miners chases a high fastball. Whip now down over 110. Hard hit on the ground right at Lola.
Now back, the first baseman, number 22.
This one to the left side of the infield. Careens off the glove of Julie Mao, and it's a great attempt there from Kola Johansson, but it is just late.
Number 34.
And that will be the end of Toko Jimin's day. 5 2/3 innings pitched. Only 2 hits allowed.
No, that's low.
This game doesn't have hit. It does. We've seen many batters get hit by a pitch in this game, Cyanide. Runner takes off. That is spoiled by Archer Freehold.
Take your base.
And Dirtclad walks the first batter that he sees, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Jamal Elmedi. Oh, God.
Number
Oh, God. Oh,
29.
fuck. Jamal,
Ball high.
be nice.
Foul ball. That's low.
You can hit home run number 12 another time, Jamal.
Ball, that's low.
He's got a 3-1 count. A walk would load the bases for Fairy Nuffers. Dirtclad, what are you doing? Hey, Dirtclad, buddy. How's it going out there?
The third baseman now batting. Number 34.
Why would you pinch hit Monster Lancheros for Fairy Nuffers, dude? That's like the same... Whatever. Fucking dumbasses, Specters. You're so stupid. That is so stupid.
Now batting. The left fielder.
You
Number
took
2.
Fairy Nuffers out of the game for no reason for a batter that had the exact same outlook.
That's high.
There are way worse batters down the order that you could have used that for. Just stupid baseball right
Go
there.
high. That's ball 4.
It's the lower contact rating. I don't think the contact rating was lower in that context.
Number 4. Now pitching.
Here's Gertie Banks, who I mentioned before.
Deep run.
Appeared in the All-Star game, a 1.5 ERA, a .87 whip. I was talking about Dirt, gotcha. Oh, wow, this one bounces off the glove of Debonair Chastain. Looked like it was going to be a double play ball. Instead, it's just a single out.
Number 40.
Dominguez has reached in all 3 plate appearances today.
He's out. Say.
She will line out to Debonair Chastain, who's been called upon a couple times this game.
Number 7.
So a locked-in Uday Katabura now trying to extend the lead for the Kodiaks. I think they might just put him on. Yeah, they're not going to pitch to him. Wow. I mean, you're going to walk Katabura to get to Takeda?
Ball 4.
Okay. Your funeral.
Now batting. The center fielder.
That guy's got 4
Number
home runs in the last 4 games.
Ball. Deep run.
Ooh. That changes this entire at-bat. That
That's inside.
strike taken inside. Here's the 2-2 to Takeda.
That's outside.
Works the count full. You don't want to load the bases for Kola Johansson. Ooh.
You're out.
Can't lay off on the changeup as that just runs low and away. A very good Spectres offense has been completely shut out by the Kodiaks so far. Closest they got was the top of the 6th inning to tying things up. And Dirtclad will get back to work with the first pitch slider.
That's low. Nope. High. Good.
Ground ball up the middle. Johansson, a great effort, but a leadoff single here for Munko Griff. Now that G-Min is out of the game, these Spectres are looking more like themselves.
Number 57.
Gonna need a bit of a rally here in the bottom of the 3rd to at least push us the extras as they trail by 3. Poppy Pips is gonna bring the tying run to the plate with a base hit off the high wall out there in left field. So Brownie batter represents the tying run in a very small ballpark. Dirtclad gonna have to be super careful. This one is poked down the 3rd base line. They're gonna send Munko Griff around and he will score. And now the go-ahead run is at the plate. Or sorry, the winning run. The Spectres with an opportunity to steal this game, and this wouldn't be the first time we saw them do that this season.
No.
Would not be the
Inside.
first time. Caden Miner showing bunt right there. Top of the lineup waiting on deck. The 2-1 to Caden Miners. Fly ball center field. And Takeda is going to throw that back into 3rd. Poppy Pips going for 3rd. Oh, Tim, why would you do that?
Second base.
Why would you do that?
Number 10.
An easy outfield assist for Takeda. He wasn't that far out into the outfield.
Ball outside.
This is some of the Spectres are showing some of the lowest baseball IQ I have ever seen in this game. Let me be clear. Regardless of whatever the result is here, they do not deserve to win. They do not deserve to win.
Number 22.
Runners on the corners now for Debonair Chastain.
Foul ball. Ball high.
Spectre's down to their last strike, and Claude is on his last legs. And had you not stolen the base with Poppy Pips there, you could have had Jamal Almedi coming to the plate with the game on the line. No one. That was a dumbass play. That was. That shit just makes me mad. That shit actually just makes me mad, dude. I'm mad that we won. What were the Spectres doing? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Man. Chat, I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of I don't usually like having 2 Kodiak games in a row. But I don't really want to watch any of these games. I have Swifts versus Jags on the schedule. I'm happy to watch that if people really want to watch Swift versus Jags, but I'm kind of happy just to move on to Commodores versus Kodiaks. I'm going to be honest. Up to y'all, chat. Up to you. We can check out like Springboks Knights or Swifts Jags, or we could just jump to the next Yaks game. I'm not like these. None of these 4 games are really calling to me, especially now that we have the Swifts in chat's choice number 1. That's what I'm saying, Melavara. This game is just gonna piss me off. And like the Springboks aren't really competitive right now. The Knights are far and away the first place team. There's just really nothing on the line in this game. I'm always in favor of a box game. Cyanide, I appreciate that. It looks like you've been outvoted on I Fear. We are just going to go to the next Yaks game. We already watched the Bush Rangers today. We've already seen the Swifts. We've already seen the Bush Rangers. We saw the Engineers multiple times over the last couple streams. All right. We'll be back in 90 seconds, by the way. Yeah, Bush Rangers versus Engineers is probably the best looking matchup on this. But again, it's Vincent Burr, who we've already seen pitch for the Engineers twice, man. It's just annoying. It's always Vincent Burr. Well, I'm glad we didn't watch that game. Abate with a walk-off RBI double versus the Swifts. Toilet Bowl as a nemesis beat the Nocturnals. Wow, the Brisbane Bush Rangers have taken the lead in Southern Continental. That's the first lead change in the division. I mean, how long has it been? Let's take a look at the blog. How long has it been since we had a lead change? The Mariners have been leading this division since... Is Discord broken again? Dude, how have they not fixed this yet? The Mariners have been on top since at least week 3. Dude. Dude. Oh my god. Okay, this is the first lead change in Southern Continental since the second broadcast of the season. That is how long it's been. It was, last time there was a lead change, it was March. It was March 22nd. Y'all. It's May 8th. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, a team in the thick of the wild card race is coming to town here to face the Kodiaks. It's Andy Scrambler, Slamtona Washington, and the Boston Commodores coming to town. Again, we're going to take a look at that wild card race and where things stand. The Boston Commodores are only a game and a half out. Look at all of these teams that are 28 and 32 or better. All of these teams have a chance. And the Commodores need a win here versus the top team in baseball. Slamtona Washington, in the event that people haven't been paying attention, by the way, contact up. That's nice. In the event that people haven't been paying attention to the Commodores, this guy was touted as the most excited rookie of this class. And yeah, in his rookie season so far, through 59 games, 53 hits, 9 homers, 294 batting average, 329 on base, 528 slug for a 917 OPS. He's walking more than he's striking out. He's got 13 stolen bases. He's got 13 doubles and a triple. The dude's going nuts. Slamtona is a rookie. So let's get this prediction going while I wait for, or while I get the... The Kodiaks are on a 6-game win streak, by the way, so keep that in mind. But the Commodores are not a bad team. How do I want to set up this lineup? Let's see here. Well, that was easy. Prediction is live for Commodores versus Kodiaks, folks. Kodiaks coming in on a 6-game win streak. Bullpen situation for the Axe is Bo Rosas available but injured. Milan Lee full rest. Dirt Clod available in an emergency. And Crouch Cake available as well. It'll be the rookie Buffalo Boone versus Datsun Traveler. And for the first time all season, we got back-to-back Kodiaks games. I think the Mariners game is starting as well. Is that right?
Now batting, the first baseman, number 85.
Oh, the Mariners game has started. And the White Sox are up 1-0. Here's a flare out to left field. I'm assuming that was Slamtona Washington, right?
Now batting,
Was that Slamtona Washington? I was looking at my phone the whole time. That was Slamtona. And he's a big-time stolen base threat, kind of out of nowhere. Here he goes. The throw from Forte is late. Slamtona Washington with a base hit and a stolen base immediately. Oh, Brendan Donovan back in the lineup for the Mariners. Let's go. Nice to have their full lineup back.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 15.
Murakami hit a home run versus the Mariners. Dude, he's so cool. He's so awesome. Holy moly. Yeah, it's not going to be often that Andy Scrambler's in the lineup usually. But we've seen Boston is pretty aggressive at going to their bench, so who knows?
Number 82.
2 on, 1 out here for Swamp Donkey. Batting cleanup today. Does have that tough out trait should he get to 2 strikes. Buffalo Boone forcing 2-seam curveball and a changeup. And here is tough out activating for Swamp Donkey. Commodores threatening early. Runners take off. This one's hit right over to Cola Johansson. She'll go the short way to second, and I love that Slamtona tried to score on that. Safe, or they're out at first base is Swamp Donkey. The Commodores will ground into a double play. Slamtona Washington, a lot of work to get into that spot. Comes up short. Wow, Lola Dominguez on the first pitch! She wastes no time and hits home run number 16 on the year.
Now
She has doubled her career high in home runs. Her highest at this before in a single season was 8, and now she's got 16. Wow. I want to see what pitch this was from Datsun Traveler. I think she just jumped on a... Oh, yeah. Just right out in front of a middle fastball. Pull side, second deck job. Bam.
Fielder, number 7.
Yeah, Uday's gotta take the lead again.
That's
2-2 here to Katabura.
off the plate.
Full count.
Take a base.
So it's a solo home run and a walk now.
Center fielder, number 6.
Datsun Traveler came in this game with a sub-3 ERA. Excuse me.
Ball inside.
Huge bout of hiccups there. Yeah, it's still Ken. We're not stealing with Uday. We're not stealing with Uday Katabura. Can I start the game, please? Can I start the game? Thanks. Goodness gracious. If I didn't have to wait for Steam, I could... Hello? There we go.
Now batting.
All right, let's go, Takeda.
Fielder, number
1 on, nobody out. Laces this out to the gap. Katabura is being waved around third. They're going to send him. Takeda's going for third base. And he's in there for a triple.
the shortstop.
It's the rare Cascadia Park triple, and Takeda's got another one.
Off the plate.
That's why we don't steal with Uday Katabura, dumbasses.
Nope. High.
But yeah, Ken, you feel me far and away the home run leader right now. Remind me to check in on that after this game. Koala, I want to see if he's anywhere above 20 yet, because he was at 20 last time we checked.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 82.
So Johansson strikes out. Here is Julie Mount. Kodiaks have put up a 2 spot here early.
That's inside.
Julie Mount trying to make that 3. Either way, it's a crooked number for the Yaks as their
Nope. That's inside.
great run of offensive form continues.
Nope. Take the base.
And a 5-pitch walk. Datsun Traveler not showing up with his best stuff today, it should be said.
Number
Runners on the corners, 1 out now for the big thumper.
Be right. That's down. Ball low.
And Forte working his way ahead in the count, and he's got a 3-ball count.
Nope. Ball four.
And the bases have been walked loaded. I mean, these Kodiaks don't even really have to do anything. They just stand in the box and get on base.
2.
That's low.
And now Datsun Traveler is just leaving him over the middle of the plate. Lucky to get out of the inning with a double play as Farcham Zamboni grounds out.
Now batting, the third
Okay,
baseman,
Birdie,
number 47.
I have a question for you, Birdie. I have a question for Birdie, because Mauricio Atkinson is up. So Birdie made this really cool template for fake baseball that you can fill out. Why do you hate a player on your own team? Why do you hate Mauricio? He's one of the best players on the Commodores. He's teammates with Andy Scrambler. What gives? I'm calling you out. That's ridiculous. He has one bad game and you just hate him forever? Dog, he's one of the best players on the Commodores. You fake baseball reactionaries drive me absolutely mad. Drive me absolutely crazy. Yeah, typical Boston fans, truly. Living up to the stereotypes.
Ball inside. Here, right.
I'm new, leave me alone.
Nope, inside.
He's on your own team.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So Mauricio, so the number one hated player in baseball strikes out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Well, here's the thing.
Number 5.
Sean Buck is actually bad.
Ball inside.
Would it? Okay, you know what, Gormy? You've actually changed my mind. You're right. Because there are players on the Mariners that I hate.
Nope, that's low.
Hey, that's the thing about me. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But when I'm right, I'm definitely right. I'm not above getting my mind changed.
Now batting, the catcher.
All right, Chris Hanel starting today.
77.
A bit of a rest day
Steve
for LA Forte as he starts the game as the DH. Not often Hanel gets starts versus right-handed pitching, but that is the case today.
Nope, that's inside. Right, right.
Munoz has been bad this season.
The second
Yeah,
baseman,
people telling Dan to trade him is crazy. First of all, because Dan doesn't trade the players. Also, I wouldn't trust Dan to make any decisions. He's a terrible manager. But also, why would you trade Munoz? That's just ridiculous. Real baseball is not as cool as fake baseball. It's still really fun. It's my favorite sport. But it's definitely not nearly as cool as fake baseball. Mostly due to the fact that, you know, you have to deal with real-life people in real baseball.
now batting,
And a lot of the times they are stupid shitheads.
40.
Makes it less cool. Like, for example, I'll give you a great reason why real baseball is less cool. The Mariners traded for this guy named Brandon Donovan
Batting, the second baseman, number
that I was
13.
really excited about. He's been the best player for one of the best players for the Mariners so far this season. He's awesome. He can play all over. Lefty third baseman, hitting the piss out of the ball. Brendan Donovan is a great baseball name. What are you talking about?
Number 22.
However, in the first game of the season, he goes sliding into second base,
Number
and his helmet comes off, which reveals underneath a fucking Blue Lives Matter flag that he has draped around his head. And I'm like, dog, you fucking dumbass, you're playing in Seattle. Nobody likes the cops in Seattle. Who are you trying to fool? So anyway, that is why real baseball is not as cool as fake baseball. Is because you could be really excited about this player that you just traded for, and then he slides into a base and you're like, oh, that's a fascist.
now batting,
That's why real baseball is not as cool.
fielder.
Has the same issue as hockey, where the majority of the players are just like conservative dipshits.
That's outside.
Okay, Gormy, that's an insane take. Like, that's not a ball knower take. Like, you keep saying that, and it makes my Gormy stock go down every time, because Gino sucks. Sorry.
The center.
Like, from a baseball player perspective, Brendan Donovan is really good.
60.
That's high.
It's ironically kind of funny, but yeah. Yes.
Steve right. That's inside.
Wow, this one's poked up the middle, and a long run for Swamp Donkey. Get the ball. Kodiak's with a couple base runners here early for Cola Johansson.
Number 21.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Nerd Piggy. I don't know.
Off the plate. Ball outside.
Kodiak's with a chance to extend the lead here. The home run queen
Nope, that's high.
at the plate with 2 on, nobody out. This one is popped up, and that is a gift for the Commodores. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. No, seriously, look at Team USA for the World Baseball Classic and Team USA for Olympic hockey. It's just filled with a bunch of fucking weirdos and psychopaths. Terrible. Terrible, terrible.
Left side. Right.
I never knew I would root so heavily against, like, the team representing the country I grew up in, but I've done that for both the World Baseball Classic and hockey now, so...
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 25.
Seriously, Deep Blue Cat, yeah, like, I want to root for the team that represents the country I'm from, but very hard to. This ball gets away from Bell Bottoms, which is quite unusual. Bell Bottoms is like one of the best defensive catchers in baseball. Yeah, Mariners have tied the game up in real life. They got Brendan Donovan up with the bases loaded right now, Gormy.
Number 25.
So here's Bell Bottoms.
That's inside.
Commodores able to work out of that jam. Ground ball down the third base line. Julie Mao getting called upon a lot so far today.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 15.
You're right.
Chase X Taylor swinging over the top of a fastball on the first pitch. Buffalo Boone is locked in. Over 40 pitches now here in the fourth. Been pretty efficient so far. Wow, Chase X Taylor got a pitch to hit and just pops it straight up. Grant Handel will make the catch in foul territory.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 82.
2 outs now for Swamp Donkey. Had a scoring opportunity back in the first inning, came up short.
That's inside.
That one way outside. Just a bit outside. And the 2-2 to Donkey. Full count would bring the tying run to the plate if he walks. And he does. Buffalo Boone can't believe it.
The third baseman.
But here is Mauricio Atkinson. I want to see Mauricio Atkinson hit a home run just because he is actually really good and you shouldn't hate him. I want to see Mauricio Atkinson change some minds because the hate he's getting is completely unjustified. Full count here to Mauricio. Runner takes off and he works a walk. It's a great at-bat.
Now batting, the
And that'll
right
be
fielder,
Pete Wheeler representing the go-ahead run. Buffalo Boone pitching from the stretch here in the top of the fourth. First pitch is fouled back. Yo, what the fuck? Jared Kelenic is on the White Sox? That's crazy. Pete Wheeler strikes out, smashes his bat. Commodores have had a couple runners on base in multiple innings now and just have not been able to get him across the plate.
the left fielder.
They've been held to 1 hit and scoreless by Buffalo Boone so far. Bar champ Zamboni will lead off.
Steve right.
2-2 pitcher to Zamboni from Grady Barron. Hit well out to left field. Zamboni with the opposite field single to get things started.
Now batting, the catcher, number 77.
So 1 on, nobody out here for Chris Hanno. Swings at the first pitch. That one's foul. Grady Barron with a 9.36 ERA and a 2.08 whip. For the non-baseball knowers, that is comically bad. Like, that is terrible. And he's their first option out of the bullpen, it seems. And you can see why he's got that 2.08 whip, as he's allowed the first 2 batters he's seen to reach in this inning.
Number 4.
And Newt Gizmo's ahead in the count 2-0. This one is flicked up the middle. Zamboni is being held up at third. Bottom of the lineup has loaded the bases. The 7, 8, and 9 batters have reached for the batter that just hit a home run on the first pitch of the game. Line drive right at Bazos, and Gizmo did well to get back to first base. Now it's Katabura with the bases loaded. Valdemiro Takeda would bat next. Noble Tiger opportunity here for the Commodores. 3-0 to Katabura, nowhere to put him. And he walks on 4 pitches with the bases loaded. RBI walk. Valdemiro Takeda has a triple and a single. Sure, I'm fine with that, Deep Blue Cat. I got no issue. This ball is hit into the Kodiak dugout for strike 2. And he swings through 90 inside there. Just gets a bit tied up.
Number 21.
2 outs now for Kola Johansson. I can't believe another ball has gotten away from Bell. That is extremely unusual. She has a 99 fielding rating. Wow. Oh my God! Jazax Taylor with one of the best catches I've seen all season. I did not expect him to catch that at all, but the running, jumping catch, that is unlike any other defensive play we've seen this season. Look at this play from Jazax. Wow. Oh, just when I thought it was going to go from bad to worse, Jazax Taylor with the hero play to save multiple runs. That would have been an easy bases clearing single. And Jazax Taylor says no. I mean, if the Commodores can string something together here, Jazax Taylor's done well to keep this game within reach. How about a leadoff walk to Madeline Ingram?
Now batting, the second baseman.
Commodores need base runners. It's about as easy as a double play as you're ever going to see.
Batting, the center fielder, number 22.
And now Trevor Nichols on his lap. Wow, that is a blink and you miss it sort of an inning for the Commodores. They have looked feckless at the plate. This is the second straight game in which a Kodiak starting pitcher has thrown 5 shutout innings and only allowed 1 hit.
Number 82.
That's high. Right.
So Julie Mao will lead off the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball knocked down by Bazos, and that is an infield single for Julie Mao of all people.
The designated hitter,
Forte 0 for 1 with the walk.
25.
Off the plate. That's outside.
Coming up after this game, folks, we have the second Chat's Choice game of the day that still has not been redeemed. And there's quite a few good games on that list.
Number 19.
So don't forget to get your Dargy Dots in for that. Once again, the Kodiaks have multiple runners on base with nobody out here in the 5th inning. We've seen quite a bit of that so far. Zamboni swings over the top of 97. Nice breaking ball there.
Catcher, number 77.
If anybody's wondering what... I know it's Chat's Choice, but if anybody's wondering what I want to watch... Actually, I don't know. I'll leave it up to y'all. I'm not going to say anything. This one is hit over the head of Slamtona Washington over there at first. That will score another run.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4.
We'll quit thinking and start redeeming. Because once somebody redeems it, it's over for y'all.
Now batting,
New Gizmo strikes out.
number
Runners on the corners here for Lolo Dominguez. That's probably the best looking game on that list for me. Good choice. It's not a, I mean, okay. You know what? If you wanted to be a Glort Mind decision, that's totally fine. Bouncing ground ball to Slamtone to Washington. Kodiaks extend the lead to 5.
Now batting the first baseman, number 85.
So top of the lineup here. Last opportunity any of these guys are going to get. Slamtone to Washington out at first, swinging at the first pitch. Bell Bottoms has had a terrible game. A base hit would do her well here. Okay. Commodores do literally anything challenge. Holy fuck, you look pathetic right now. Buffalo Boone looking for strikeout number 70, by the way, on the season. Full count here to Jay's-X. And there is strikeout number 70. It's been a great rookie season for Buffalo Boone up to this point. I'm tempted to, like, mercy kill this game. High key, I know we only lead by 5, but man, like the commies, dude. What's going on there? What is going on with the Commodores?
Now batting the center fielder, number 60.
I just got sent a Steam key to play Far Far West
Now batting the
at my business email.
number 21.
I wasn't planning on playing it because it's early access and I don't play early access games, but like if you're just giving me the game to try out, then maybe I will. I'll think about it.
Now batting the third
I'll consider it.
baseman, number 82.
Also, yes, I am on my phone when I'm supposed to be commentating the game. I'm just like, I can't, I have to, I'm going to keep it real with you, chat. I couldn't be more disinterested in this game right now.
Now batting the shortstop, number 82.
Oh, there's a fly ball that was almost a home run. Okay. The commies actually got an extra base hit. There we go.
Now batting the third baseman, number 40. Now pitching.
Buffalo Boone will be taken out of the game here in the 7th. Felt he was kind of robbed of a complete game shutout with that, I'm not going to lie. Dirt Claude coming in on short rest. Boy, the CPU is really bad at making bullpen decisions. This one's popped up, and Mauricio Atkinson isn't going to win back any fans with that.
Now batting the right
So,
fielder,
Pete
number
Wheeler,
11.
1 out, runner on second. And this one is shot down the third base line. This is going to score the runner from second. Pete Wheeler is a baby and won't go for 2, even though he totally could have.
Now batting the designated hitter,
Randall Ingram had a walk the
number
last time
5.
up. Boston has their first run of the ball game. Madeline Ingram gets under one. Zamboni is waving for this, but it is, oh wow, caught at the wall. I thought that was going to bounce off. Ingram just missed on that pitch.
Now batting the
Last
second
hope for the
baseman,
commies is
number
Jeff
13.
Bazos.
Steve Wright. Steve Wright. Although.
That was a game of baseball, all right. Jeez Louise, Commodores, you are bad. Holy moly. My apologies that that game was so fucking boring. My bad. And we got another game versus the Commodores to kick off the next stream. Not looking good. Wow. Kean Coach Ice is out in Portland, and they signed Shanae Poker. Pretty surprising stuff. Don't blame them for trying to make a shakeup. But Kean Coach Ice hadn't been playing too bad, so it feels like a lateral move at best. All right. We'll be back in 90 seconds. When we're back, Chat's Choice number 2 coming up. What in the former Kodiak swap? Very true. Interesting pitching matchup. Kimball Bellatrance versus Julio Wheeler. Favorites 4-2 over the Reapers. Reapers are kind of knocking themselves out of wild card contention. Bombados get their 32nd win of the season. Wow, Spectres with a win over Golondrinas Valencia. That was unexpected. Toucans over the Platypi. Dogs need this win. Wow, and Petrus Rojas walks off the Heaters and Extras. Heaters might be my most disappointing team of this season. And the Mariners rally for a walk-off there. Yeah, big Mariners win. Tie for the lead in Soko is pretty wild. Great win for the Dogs over the Heaters. It's true. It's true. All right. This is our final game of the day. It's our final game of the day. We got the New York Favorites taking on the Havana Knights. The New York, I'm going to be like the New York favorite. Okay, prediction is live, by the way. Yeah, Heaters are more disappointing to me than the Knox or the Jags. The favorites are, I think, currently in second place in the wild card race. Wow, no, they're not even second. They're third, which goes to show how bad they need this win, especially as they trail in run differential to the Toucans and Bombados. I'm not going to lie. I kind of need to see something from the favorites. The last time we've seen them on coverage, they've been pretty fraudulent. Julio Wheeler being on the mound will be interesting. Kimball Bellatrance is a starter reliever for the Havana Knights. She's been pretty good. Nobody has bet any target outs on the favorites so far. It's the final stream of the day. And we have, what, like one person that's put any money on this? We've had 2 voters in this prediction so far. Chat, do you even care anymore? Do you care about me or fake baseball? As we all know, that's the correlation right there, is how many people put in predictions. Okay, really interesting lineups for both teams. Heo Moon in the leadoff spot. I have to say, one of the things I was really wrong about, I thought Heo Moon's career year back in Season 20 was a flash in the pan, but he's put up back-to-back 900-plus OPS seasons. So pretty cool stuff from Heo Moon. As we are here at the nightclub, a hazy day at the nightclub.
That's down.
Kimball Bellatrance getting the rare start.
Ball inside.
This one is flicked out to short. Tyrone Lancaster, the shortstop today.
Designated hitter,
Marquise
number
Bethia at second.
92.
I would imagine that is Aurelia Rosales over there at third. And batting second in the lineup is Ned Pickles Jr., who's batting 200. And Sun Lee Kim yoinks a hit away from him.
Number 10.
2 outs now for Packy Naughton. This is a little parachute out into right field. He'll get a 2-out single.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 77.
Whoa, the Mariners are up 5-1. What the hell? Oh, Luke Raley hit a grand slam. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh, wow, and there's other awesome things happening in this game as Paxton Green drives in Packy Naughton from first base.
Number 8.
Wow. Just when it looked like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning, the favorites put together a couple of base hits on 2 outs, and they take an early lead. I was caught off guard by the Mariners grand slam. That ball got lost in the farthest corner. Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't a triple. So Paley Finley will bat lead off here for the Knights, as Julio Wheeler has an early lead to protect. This one is a ground ball with eyes that finds its way out into left field. Paley Finley mojo's up.
Number 33.
So the DH today is Leonard Hubert, off-season acquisition by these Knights. Pretty good season in his first year in Havana Purple. In this at-bat, he will pop out to the catcher, Packy Naughton.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 7.
And here is the third baseman, Aurelio Rosales. 9 home runs, 30 RBI. Batting average hasn't been there, but the slug certainly has been. Ooh, great slider there from Julio Wheeler. That had a ton of break on it.
The shortstop.
Pulls the string, and batting cleanup is Tyrone Lancaster, the All-Star. Has been in a massive home run drought, still at only 6 home runs. That is dramatically lower than I'd expect to see him. Has had a pretty quiet second half of the season. Softly hit to the shortstop, Duarte Silva. And the runner is stranded on first. Duarte Silva himself will lead off the top of the second.
Number 44.
Veteran shortstop batting from the left side. Kimball Beltran's 13 pitches in that first inning. Curveball is in there for strike 1.
That's low. Off the plate.
Boy, just pretty much all breaking balls here to open up Duarte Silva.
Strike 3.
I don't think Duarte Silva saw a single fastball in that at-bat. He strikes
The
out.
left fielder, number 7.
All low. Steve Ryan.
And still, it's all sliders and curveballs here from Kimball. There's the fastball taken upstairs, ball 2. Hit hard. Skips off the ground into the glove of Tyrone Lancaster, who gets the out over at
The
first.
first baseman, number 25.
And Ken Veroni having just the best season of his career. 297 batting average. Normally not a guy that hits for average. He's a career 600 OPS guy until this season. Won the World Series with Valencia last year, was brought into this New York Favorites ball club. And has been swinging a good bat all year, playing a lot of different positions as well. Ground ball up the middle. Marquise Bethia flips that over to first, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kimball.
Now batting, the catcher, number 20.
So the rookie catcher, I.B. Bangan, going to lead things off here for the Knights.
Ball inside.
Second half of this catching duo, both of which are in the lineup today between him and Leonard Hubert. And he's going to send one the opposite way. Going to send Paxton Green back to the wall. Wow. I thought that was a solo homer right there, but that's a very, very, very loud single. Runner on first now for Carlos Cisneros. These Knights have taken a pretty comfortable lead in Southern Heat. For a while, it looked like Southern Heat was going to be like the best division in baseball. Things have kind of settled since then, especially in the second half of the season. The Knights have built quite the lead. We've got a pretty big gap between them and the Toucans and the Bomberos, who are now fighting over a wild card spot. Looks likely that the wild card will come out of the South, but it remains to be seen, as the Knights are currently well set up for back-to-back postseason appearances for the first time in their franchise history. Ryan Riverbend slaps this deep out to right center. Gone. It's a go-ahead 2-run shot. And the season 20 All-Star has put his team up here early. Number 5 on the season.
Now batting, the second baseman, number
So here's the switch hitting Marquise Bethia.
Nope, that's low.
One of the many players that was acquired
That's high.
toward the end of the season last season as the Knights kind of retooled going into the postseason in a strange move. Heo Moon with a beautiful sliding catch.
The first baseman, number 4.
Heo Moon just flashing leather out in center as he so often does. He's been getting it done on both sides of the plate. Really nice sliding catch there, Heo. Nicely done. First baseman Sun Lee Kim.
That's down.
9-hole batter here with 2 outs.
Strike three.
He'll strike out. It's a 2-run home run to give the Knights the lead. They score 2 runs on a pair of hits. Jordy Knightrider going to lead things off. Favorites trail for the first time this game.
Nope, that's outside. That's outside.
Beltran's at 30 pitches now. She is a starter reliever, so doesn't have as much stamina as other pitchers.
Now batting, the center
She's been
fielder,
efficient enough so far, though, that it looks like she'll be able to pitch at least into the 5th at this rate. Second time through the order now. Here is Heo Moon. Fly ball center field. Riverbend takes a couple of steps in and drops it. He hit a home run in the previous inning. Now a fielding error. Just took his eye off the ball. Maybe lost it in the sun. I do not know. That is very unusual. So Ned Piggles with a runner on first and 1 out. That's so much for that. Heo Moon going to be caught stealing here. Blunder for blunder. And Tyrone will make that catch way out in left field territory. What's up, Gino?
now batting, the left
So
fielder,
Paley Finley going to lead things off here in the top of the third. Knights maintain their lead coming into the bottom of the third. After an interesting top of the frame, that's for sure. Finley led off the game with a base hit.
Inside.
She'll check her swing and work a walk.
now batting, the
So once again, she'll reach ahead of Leonard Hubert.
number 33.
And Julio Wheeler has Hubert on the ropes.
Nope, outside.
Couple of curveballs taken out to the outside part of the plate. And Hubert doing a good job to protect. He does have that 99 contact rating, makes it hard to strike him out. One-two pitch here.
Nope, that's inside.
Extended at bat here from Hubert. He's fought off some tough pitches. And then takes 83 down the middle. He can't believe it, and neither can I. That was, I mean, you did all that work just to see that pitch, and you didn't even swing. Haley Finley, the runner on first base here for Aurelia Rosales. Whiffer will activate on 2 strikes. Over 55 pitches now for Julio Wheeler, as here's a chance to go around the horn. Villalobos has to fire that in time. Rosales pretty fast. Nice double play turned by the favorites.
Now batting, the
Packy
catcher,
Naughton to lead off.
number 10.
It was Packy Naughton and Paxton Green that combined to score the first run of the game for the Knights, and Paley Finley can't cut this ball off, and that'll be extra bases for Packy Naughton as he gets his second hit of the ball game.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Paxton Green, an RBI double his last time up. He hit the ball all the way to the deepest part of the outfield. And he's got a chance to tie this game up right here. This one's hit on the ground, and Tyrone Lancaster smartly is going to catch Packy Naughton as he was trying to make his way over to third base. So it'll be the fielder's choice. And Packy Naughton will be on first base.
now batting, the second baseman, number 8.
Villalobos batting 5th in the lineup. This is the highest point in the lineup that John has bat all year long.
That's inside.
Swinging a hot bat lately for the favorites. He's locked in. 4 home runs, 15 RBI. Does have that power versus right-handed pitching trait. And he smashes this one up the middle. Into second base goes Paxton Green. And the favorites have maybe something cooking here.
Number 44.
2 on, 1 out. The veteran Duarte Silva at the plate.
Off the plate.
2-0 count, 92. Taken for a strike. Silva's got a couple pitches to hit here as watch them both go by.
Ball inside.
He's worked the count full.
Strike 3.
95, and he swings right through it.
Batting the left
Hangs his head in shame, as he should. So now you got Stephen Bond.
Nope. High.
Favorites do well to capitalize right here. Another 3-ball count here for Kimball Bellatrance. Just drops the curveball in there for strike 1.
Take your mix.
And Bond, I mean, he just stood there like a statue that entire at-bat. The bases are loaded
number 25.
for Ken Roroni. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Big moment in this ball game right now. And Roroni with a drive way out to the left field corner. It's a long run for Paley Finley. They're sending the runner home from third. Stephen Bond is in to score.
Now batting
And Ken Roroni clears the bases. Jumps on the first pitch and sends it deep out to left. Paley Finley throws it back in as fast as she can, but Ken Roroni with a bases clearing double. It's a 4-2 ball game. I was singing his praises earlier in this game, and my God. And Roroni going to go for third. He's out. A little bit ambitious there for Ken.
now batting the shortstop. Number
And we got a,
95.
I was about to say we have a tie ball game. That's in the Mariners game as the White Sox just tied it up. Got a 4-2 ball game now. Knights with a lot of work to do. Nah, ATD's never here when the favorites are actually on, it seems.
Now batting the catcher. Number 22.
So Tyrone Lancaster strikes out. IB Bangin hit a base hit out to right field his last time up, and he's got a ground ball up the middle, so a pair of hits now for IB.
Now batting the right fielder.
1 on, 1 out, Carlos Cisneros.
Number 66.
Ryan Riverbend waiting on deck. He hit the go-ahead home run his last time up.
Steve Wright.
And should he come up to the plate, he will have an opportunity to do the same thing. 2-2 count here to Cisneros.
Strike 3.
Way out in front of 87 there.
Now batting the center fielder.
So Ryan Riverbend, last time he was a
Number 52.
2-run shot to right center. And they're not going to mess around. They're going to bring in Michelle Alcadir.
Nope. Outside.
Not going to give him another chance at Julio Wheeler. Excuse me. 1-2 pitcher to Ryan. Bit of a slap shot fouled back.
Nope. Inside.
Whew. Almost went around there. Checks his swing. The 2-2. Trio of foul balls here from Brian Riverbend.
Foul ball.
Doing everything he can to keep this at-bat alive. Through the right side of the infield, but Villalobos comes out of nowhere to make that diving play. Favorites defense, I mean, the favorites have been playing some of their best baseball that I've seen in a minute in this game so far. John Villalobos, what a slide. Belly flop slide. Flips it over to Ken Roroni.
The third baseman. Number 53.
So Kimball Bellatrance staying in the game versus the 9-hole batter Knight Rider. Bullpen getting warm. I would expect to see, it's probably going to be Legend Rivera. I forget who the other arm is that isn't Daniel Phantasm.
Number 2.
They're leaving in Camball Bellatrance. Okay.
Steve right.
That is one of the decisions of all time.
That's inside. Nope, inside. Nope, that's outside.
3-1 pitch here to Heo Moon.
Nope, good crease.
Yeah. Kind of the result I expected right there.
Designated hitter, number now.
Okay, so in comes Jimmy Dubois,
Number 44.
world champion last year with Golondrinas Valencia. The first pitch he throws is almost at the ump's head. That was not a confidence-inspiring first pitch. Jimmy Dubois, you need to throw a pitch, man. You're slowly pissing me off. Thank you. 93 is in there for strike one to Ned Pickles Jr. And Jimmy Dubois back in this count as it evens. Nah, he can't. Full count to Ned. Heo Moon will be... I thought he was going to be taken off on the pitch. This one jackknifes Ned Pickles Jr. and back-to-back walks will bring up Packy Naughton. Jimmy Dubois comes into the game and walks the first batter that he sees. And Packy Naughton sends this one out to right field. The bases are about to be loaded for Paxton Green. This is not a guy that you want at the plate with the bases loaded, let me tell you. And swinging at the first pitch, this is just served back up the middle. Ryan Riverbend with the throw home. It's cut off by Sun Lee Kim as it was offline, and that scores 2 runs. The favorites, what an offensive explosion. They're playing some of their best baseball we've seen from them all season long in this game right now. Nice play there from Aurelia Rosales, making that catch in foul territory.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 44.
Favorites have extended the lead to 4. Can they get any more here off the bat of Duarte Silva? Driven foul. And Silva strikes out. He'll break his bat, but the damage has been done already. Favorites have scored 5 runs in the last 2 innings, and the Knights are looking a bit lost.
Number 82.
Lots of good players on the bench right now for the Knights. Sammy Siegel on the bench. Canoli Bucciolato on the bench. I'm surprised they're not putting in either of those guys for a pinch hit right now. Especially late in the game when it matters. Lineup turns over, and here is Paley Finley. Tough day in the field, a good day at the plate for Paley.
That's down.
And she chases 84 in the other batter's box. All of the Knights just forcing it right now. And they've been held scoreless through the last 3 innings.
The left fielder, number 7.
So favorites pretty comfortably in the lead right now, and the Knights, don't really look like they're going to be much of a threat at this point in time. I got to be honest. Man, that Ken Roroni bases clearing double was really everything for him. Even Ryan Riverbend can't make a sliding catch out there in center. So it'll be a leadoff single for Stephen Bond.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 25.
And I just mentioned him, Ken Roroni. 3 RBI on a double his last time up with the bases loaded. Dragon has come to visit me and then it is now sitting at my feet. Hi, Dragon. A drive out to right field! And Ken Roroni has driven in 5 runs this game. It is 8-2 favorites and a must-win game for them.
Now batting, The third baseman, number 53.
Did not expect the Knights to be getting blown the fuck out this game, that's for sure.
Now batting, the center fielder.
They are playing their hearts out. They're leaving it all out there right now. This is the best baseball we've seen from them, like, period.
Steve Wright. That's low. Nope, that's high. Strike.
I mean, they definitely did that last season, that's for sure.
The designated hitter, number 92.
I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of Ned Pickles Jr. at this point. I'm not really impressed with him as a baseball player.
Now batting,
In the 30-30 I did for the favorites, I was like, we don't really know who Ned Pickles Jr. is yet. Okay, we know now. He's bad. He's not good.
Nope, that's high.
One has popped up.
You're up.
Ryan Riverbend there for the catch. Uber, Rosales, and Lancaster are 0 for 6 on the day with 3
now
strikeouts.
the designated
All 3 of these players are getting paid more than $10 million, and they're 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts in this game.
That's outside.
Foul ball for strike 1 here to Uber. I mean, you get the feeling that the Knights have to score this inning if they want any chance of a miraculous comeback in the bottom of the 7th. Uber with a deep drive to the gap, to the wall, and it squeaks out of here. It's a great way to start the inning. They still trail by 5, but nice to see at least some sort of life on offense. Uber with the solo shot.
number 20.
Oh, it's over. You had a juice Scooby Blackburn in the bullpen this whole time? That's evil. It's over. It's over, dude.
Strike.
Scooby Blackburn's throwing 102. I don't even want to see what that slider looks like.
Strike 3.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 95.
Oh my God, it's got a 90-mile-an-hour slider that has that much break on it. Dude. Dude. Oh my God.
Now batting, the catcher, number
Scooby Blackburn might be unhittable in this state. He's like Super Saiyan mode right now. Dude, that slider's crazy.
Steve Wright. Nope.
We haven't seen the curveball from him yet. There it is. May not be able to get a hit on him, but you can get a walk apparently. He was kind of playing. I got the feeling right there that Scooby Blackburn was playing with his food. Just throwing all of his pitches as hard as he could and kind of seeing what happens.
Off the plate.
Swinging bunt, fielded by Blackburn. And that is a lightning fast 1-2-3 inning.
the right fielder,
Haxter Green will lead off the top of the 7th here. Favorites lead by 5. Rosales pumps throws for a routine out.
now batting, the second baseman.
That was really
number
scary. I agree. And Villalobos with the 1-out base hit. It's a pretty good ball game today.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Yeah, me too. Me
number
too, Gormy.
44.
Duarte Silva with his first hit of the day as he jumps on a first pitch fastball from Daniel Phantasm.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 7.
Daniel Phantasm in his rookie season, a 1.91 ERA, sub 2 ERA, 1.09 WHIP. What a great season from the rookie, by the way. Appeared in the All-Star game as well. He's been awesome. Full count here to Stephen Bond. Could be a double play ball. No, Bethia will just get the out over it first. Smart play.
The first baseman.
Now you got the guy that's got 5 RBI on the day, though. Good luck, Daniel. Ken Roroni has been mashing. Okay. 4-pitch walk to Ken Roroni.
Now batting, the third baseman. Now pitching.
Bray Grammer's going to come out of the bullpen now.
50.
Legend Rivera must not be available if they're bringing in like a Bray Grammer's on low rest. Bases loaded, 2-2 count here to Jordy. Wow, chases 88 away. We'll see if the Knights have anything left in them. It'll be Riverbend, Bethia, and Sunley Kim. We should see some pinch hits off the bench here. Both Cannoli Buccellato and Sammy Siegel are on the bench, and they really should be pinch hitting for these next two in the lineup here. Ryan Riverbend strikes out, and they're not pinch hitting, so I guess the Knights are just trying to lose this game.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Yeah, they just don't care. They have really good players just sitting on their bench, dude. But instead, let's let Marquise Bethia and Sunley Kim take at-bats with the game on the line. Fuck you, guys. You didn't even try. What the hell? Wow, the favorites just walked all over the Knights. That was a pretty commanding victory right there. I mean, if the favorites can play like that all the time, then they're actually a good team. The issue is they just don't play like that all the time. Back into a positive run differential as well, which is pretty nice. The Jags walk off the Engineers. Wow. Well, kicking off the stream on Sunday, it's going to be a Pascal Noir start, so maybe the Commies have a chance there. Julio Rodriguez just hit a home run. Pretty cool. By the way, did y'all see who's going to be kicking off the stream with me on Friday? By any chance? I don't know if people have looked. I didn't see. It's Zweek. Yeah, Zweek is going to be joining the broadcast. Zweek is going to be joining the broadcast on Sunday. I'm really excited. He'll be here for the start of the stream. So keep an eye out for that. Definitely, I got to get an Engineers game on the stream when Zweek is on. Got to do that. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. That'll be coming up on Sunday. Whew. All right, everybody. That is the conclusion of Week 6 of Fake Baseball. We are officially at the final 20-game stretch, and here is how things look. Man. I mean, it really could not be closer. When you look at the wild card, I think the wild card's going to be a lot of drama. A lot of drama down the stretch. Man, and now the... Dude. Is the wild card going to come from SoCo or Europe? It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. Thank you for stream. Love you. Love you too. Oh, and it'll be a Juice Lola Dominguez. Boy, I can't wait. Can't wait for Sunday's broadcast with Zweek. That's going to do it for me. Thanks, y'all, for coming out to another edition of Friday Night Fake Baseball. I will see y'all on Sunday at a time I will determine later. And until then, folks, thanks for being here. thanks as always for supporting Fake Baseball. We're getting pretty close to the end. And I will